left. Only 2 seconds left. Oh my gosh, we're here.
Oh my God.
We're here.
Hello and welcome to our new studio.
Welcome. You guys all file in nicely.
Right?
Nicely. Come on in.
Everybody come in. It's nice and cozy. We got a bunch of pillows.
It is.
And blankets.
So we're always trying new things. And we're actually live tonight in 2 places at once.
Yeah, so same stream. We're here on YouTube, and we're also streaming live on Facebook for the first time.
Yeah.
So welcome to any Facebookers.
Yeah.
If you're over there, we are going to keep an eye on YouTube chat. So you can head over there if you want, or I don't know, are you trying
I do see Facebook over here. There's 17 people hanging out with us on Facebook. Hello.
Hey, Facebook.
Oh, none of them hit the like button, so they must not like us.
Oh, well, it's all about 30 seconds in.
I'm good. But it's again, we figured out how to do 2 streams, 1 camera.
Yeah.
So it's kind of exciting because some people, they like the living room more than the dining room. And if you think of each platform as a different room, and that's the room you want to hang out in, go ahead. Oh, it said, look at that. It's showing Facebook.
See, we're learning. There we go.
We're learning as we go.
The back end of our system shows us now how many likes and loves we have on Facebook, as well. I guess that's viewers on YouTube.
No, the eyeball is YouTube. It tells you right there, actually. Yeah. It tells you, it's adding them together.
Oh, so total views right there.
It's showing us. Cool. It's showing us that we have people on YouTube and Facebook watching at the same time, and it's showing us which platform has which people, which is kind of cool. We've never used that before. So you guys are learning with us, new every day. New. She added LEDs behind the couch.
I did.
I mean, look at that.
I think it's pretty cool.
You can even pick a color. Go ahead. Somebody pick a color.
We just blew a fuse.
We did?
Yes, we did. Because our lights went out, and the heater went out, and so did that heater. So we blew a fuse.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, which means the computer's now on battery.
The computer, is
camera. Yes,
nope. The computer's powered. No, see?
Yes, it's fully charged, but
it shows the little.
There's never a dull moment around here. We're about 2 minutes into this, and
we couldn't have blown a fuse because that screen would not run on battery.
Well, then
neither would all these lights.
Then that plug is the only thing that didn't blow.
Oh, thank goodness! You guys aren't going anywhere.
Okay. Well,
we still have lights. We still have a camera.
And I can't do my fancy lights.
No, you're right. You did lose your lights, which means we lost that outlet too over there. Yeah, that is so bad. I wish I had an overlay for wah-wah. I don't
nope,
have
we
that.
Don't. It's Aaron's fault. That's what Amy said.
Yeah, it probably is my fault. But who's here?
Everybody's here. I see a lot of new names, which is really exciting. I see a lot of OGs and villagers, and many of our YouTube members are here. Yes, you did do it. You did do it. What was that show? Did I do that?
Oh, Steve Urkel.
Steve Urkel.
Family
Ties?
Family Matters?
Family Matters.
Oh, I think it was Family Matters. Somebody will have to help me out. Family Matters?
Yeah. Oh, well, Dylan's here, our nephew.
Dylan, our #1 supporter. He's in almost every live.
He's like a big fan.
Hey, it's a school night though, Dylan. Is it too late?
Stay up too late. No, it's only 7,
it's only
and
7.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start saying hi to some people. I can not say hi to everybody. I hope nobody takes offense. I'm gonna start with Lori Coleman and Mrs. Ferrick, Queen Bee, Faye Fletcher,
oh my gosh, you're so
Fleminster. Roxy Cole, Franny's here, Granny Barb, Ave T, Susan Battersby, Cheryl Watts, Brenda R is in the house. She's one of our moderators for any of you new people, along with Tina. I think I said Typo Queen, but if I didn't, hello. Fiona. Oh my gosh, you guys are typing too fast.
They're so fast.
Yeah, I lost it. It was Fiona. I missed the last name before it went off screen. Yep. We'll start down here again.
Cowgirl, Heather, Sarah.
Mel, Heather.
Yep. They're all here.
Cowgirl,
welcome
Sarah,
to our couch.
Mimi. I think it's Mimi B.
Yep.
Anyway, if y'all haven't subscribed yet, we have 2 channels now. Happy New Year. We have a new channel. We're separating the live that you guys are on right now. It's called Simon Says Farms Live. And then our normal family farm vlog life. videos that we do, like our Simon Says Saturdays that we don't do anymore.
Right.
Our Motivational Monday that we did this morning.
Which I hope I did not confuse people.
I told you this was going to happen.
You told me. I put that video together.
Anyway, let me tell you that channel first. That is the Simon Says Farms channel. And now I don't think we have links under this camera, but
no, so
Tina being my most valuable moderator tonight. I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
Well, I was gonna say
get
my
Tina
highest.
Brenda fighting again.
I was gonna say my highest paid moderator, and then I realized I don't pay either of them.
Yeah.
But yes, Tina just dropped the link to the new channel, so all of our cute videos are gonna be over there. Live videos, live births, live Q&As
are all here.
Well, and if you're watching on Facebook, they're over on our YouTube channels. So for you Facebookers, make sure you're subscribed and also like the Facebook page.
Yeah, hit the bell and stuff.
And if you want notifications for the live stuff on YouTube or anything YouTube related, we have a group called SSF Live.
That's on Facebook.
Yeah. On Facebook, and sometimes when the cams go down and they're reset, we'll drop links.
So it just kind of hit me on both platforms. On YouTube, we have a Simon Says Farms, and we have a Simon Says Farms Live.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook, we have a Simon Says Farms and a
Simon Says Farms
Live. We so it's the same thing on both platforms pretty much, except on Facebook we did abbreviate it for the group.
We did
for the group.
Yeah.
But you can also text us too.
Oh, good Lord.
You could send us a text message and that
wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. If you act now, you will buy one, get one free.
Oh, no, we're not running that sale anymore.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
We are running a sale. It's up to 30%. Never mind.
I just wanted to do that whole fast thing. Where you talk about real fast.
So the only problem with this new couch is that my blanket looks dirty now.
Yes, it does.
Everything's real white. My pillow's white. My shirt is white. My dog is white. My blanket is a little not white.
Your dog's actually not white. She laid in the soot under the fireplace the other day, and she's got like a black stain on her butt. It's pretty funny.
Well, she is up, she is black and white.
Yeah. So
this has a little more black now.
For any new people or anybody that hasn't already, definitely sign up to that text platform. We send out motivational messages, like little pictures every now and then. We're actually going to start using it a lot more.
That is where we're going to text you when a girl is pushing, and it's like the baby alert system. So we will text the community because it is a surefire. We've been testing it the first week of January now. And every text message is going through. It's very reliable. It works. So if you want to be on that push alert, then you can sign up with that text message number. Just text us, say hey, and it'll prompt you through the setup process. And then you're in our list.
Right. And anything that happens through there, any message you get back, whether it's a group message and we send it to a bunch of people or we send it just to you, it's either her fingers or mine. It is not automated at all.
Right.
Oh, somebody's upset. Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
She don't like us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, it's so funny that Facebook actually tells
I can actually see who likes, who loves, and who hates.
Yeah. 18 people gave me a thumbs up. 19, and one person hated, and I know who it was. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That is kind of Big Brother-ish.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're here today, and we're going to talk about baby goats and kind of like the lead up to
it's getting close, less than 60 days.
Kidding season. So if you have not been here before, I'm just reiterating this because I do see a lot of new names, and maybe you're not new. Maybe you've been lurking. Maybe you were here last year and you're just kind of stopping in because we're getting close to the time. This is our time to answer your questions. So if you want or have a question about kidding season or just regular farm life or anything, I mean, sometimes we don't get to every question, but we'll do our best to get there.
And when you ask a question, make sure you use the question marks.
Exactly. Big question marks in the front and the back so that we can easily pick out the chat versus the questions in this big screen of chat that we've got.
Or if you can't find the question mark, you could use like what hang on, let me find it. It's here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, right. I forgot my chat here is not as fast as that one. Is it this one?
No, it was B Bellamy. Belamek.
Am I live?
She used the big exclamation marks. I don't know. Your chat seems to be going a little slower.
Yeah, my chat seems to be a little off.
So yeah, just something that kind of catches our eye in between the normal chats that are, y'all are welcome to have conversations too. So they're talking about the this Monday's video that we did.
Oh, oops, I hit the wrong one. That was the one I saw right there, I think. Yeah.
Now you're just
now I just messed
focused.
it up.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway.
So they were talking about what?
Yeah, they were talking about the Monday motivational video that you did of Gia. And I told you
why did I wake her up too early?
I told you this was going to happen. I watched, I previewed the video, and I was like, okay, well, I can guarantee you some of the villagers are going to wonder what's wrong with Gia.
Nothing's wrong with Gia.
Because it was in a way where, I don't know, I had that thought. And sure enough,
within 5 minutes of the video, somebody private messages or sends a message or something.
Oh my God, what's wrong with Gia?
And there's nothing wrong with Gia. It's the whole like, oh, it's Monday, that whole thing, like, do I really need to wake up?
Right.
And that's all it was. I was having a good time with the new piece of camera equipment. Right. I just picked Gia out of the crowd and was like, all right, you're the one today.
Yep, Gia's it.
Yep. And I tried to focus it all on her. And then found a song to match it and tied it all together.
So I just popped into Facebook because I don't want them to feel left out. Okay. And there were a couple questions, and I saw one of the questions also came in YouTube about where are we? I love the new couch, love the new background, but I'm lost. Where are we? You are right where you've always been. There's just a new wall right here. This wall is a fake wall. There's storage now behind it, which used to be what. You guys remember the wood wall, how it slanted down? That's like our cathedral ceilings, right? But they come all the way down to what, 3.5 feet tall?
Yeah, they go down about 4 foot, like a half wall.
So it's enough to fit a couch under, but you can't hang anything on the wall.
Right.
So
from a lighting and sound perspective, you're tucked in a corner. Yeah. It's not good at all.
By I mean he built this wall so that, I can hang stuff on it. Some of this stuff is like sent from villagers. And we'll kind of fill it in and change it out throughout the season.
Yeah.
And we just had a lot of fun with it. My poor LED lights, they were really cool, but
they were cool, but we blew a fuse, so now we don't have a heater running. I thought of that too when we put on 2 heaters. It's cold up here. We don't heat it up. Yep.
Tyler warned us.
Yep. I wonder if he's in chat. He's going to tell us.
Fuse.
So somebody asked the question. I saw it come through. No, I do not sleep in my hat. I did see did you see my question, Aaron? Did you see my question about the tractor forks the other day?
Oh, no, I did.
I didn't.
She was wondering if it's a special attachment. How does it all work? She loves the fact that it like hooks up to the bucket. So she was wondering how that.
Yeah, so it's literally just 2 metal forks with a clamp. Maybe I'll do a video on them one day. It's not a bad idea. I do hope to someday get real tractor forks, but this is a good temporary fix. You have your bucket on your tractor. You don't have to take the bucket off. You take the fork and it like clamps onto the bottom of the bucket and it's got a spinny thing. Now it's good. If your tractor can't lift a lot of weight to begin with, it's good.
Right.
If your tractor could lift a lot of weight, my tractor can max out at like 1,500 pounds with the forks. But if you had a tractor that can do more than that and you put forks on it like that, the fork could bend the bucket. So you got to be careful. But other than that, and did you hear that?
I gave them a stern talking to.
Yeah.
And they're not listening.
Hang on, I'm going to be a nice dad. Quinn and Olivia, come here.
They can't hear you?
They couldn't hear me?
No. They're using the living room as a jungle gym.
That's true.
It's a trampoline.
This is what happens when we start at 7. We should have started at 7:30, which would have been after bedtime. So yeah, but it puts your material out too far from your tractor. So you just got to be careful. If you're trying to move stuff, I would say less than 1,000 pounds, depending on the size of your tractor. It's a good, quick, throw it on the bucket, clamp it in, move your stuff, and go. What do you need?
I just don't like when we're not live on chat.
Okay, so watch down. If I could find my mouse again. I can't find the pointer. Okay, there it is. You watch down there.
God. Okay. I think you grossly overestimate my laser vision.
Oh,
there's no possible way I'm going to be able to read that very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man.
You should be live on that screen now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So some of our questions came in and we missed them, but I'm going to start doing some answers, I guess.
Yeah.
And just try to go through them. If I missed your question though, after like a certain amount of time, please ask it again. Okay. Sue Witt. Is the new hay feeder going to put a crimp in how many FEMA stalls you will be able to put up? I'm going to let you answer this one because I asked you a question this morning about it and you were like, no, it's fine.
Why can't, but hang on guys. Sorry, I'm lost. Why can't I find Sue's question?
Because it's not in frame anymore over there.
It's not in frame anymore over there.
It's right there.
Where?
Sue Witt, orange S.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And it moves.
It jumped.
It moves.
There it is.
All right, so there's
Sue's
question.
Finally got it to work. So no, it's not going to put a crimp. We purposely measured. So we purposely measured the hay feeder to be in the right spot so that the FEMA trailer can go in. Now, one of the FEMA trailer sections or temporary pens for you new people. One of those.
They're like, what the heck is
the FEMA trailer? So we call them FEMA trailers because we bring them in when all the goats are about to have babies, and we set up temporary housing. And one goat will have that whole feeder now, but the goat to the left or to the side will just eat from the same feeder, basically.
Yeah, we'll also throw her hay, but she'll be mooching because y'all know how, the hay is always greener on the other side of the trailer.
Right,
fence.
Of course. Yeah.
That sounded terrible.
Here's a question for you. Pop that one up for you. Kim D.
Okay. So how are the kids doing with school and everything?
Can you hear them in the other room?
They need extended gym time.
They need something.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
The teachers are doing the best they can do. The kids are doing the best they can do. As parents, we're doing the best we can do, but it's not ideal.
No, it's
not. It's not meant for like longevity.
No.
Although we'll be at it for the whole year.
I think we will. Yeah, I don't think they're going back anytime soon. No. Here's another question for you. I'm going to pop it up right here.
I didn't want to skip over.
Okay.
The whole.
What'd you see? And
just give her like 2 words itself. I would say though, because we did just have a meeting with Jake's teachers today.
Yeah.
That he's doing great, considering like where he started this year. He's doing great. I'm gonna lose my mind.
All right, I'm gonna text Tyler. Hang on, I gotta have my.
Apparently, my stern talking to did not set in with the 6 and 7-year-old.
Keep talking.
I don't know what to say anymore. Okay, so Marianne Fisher asked, when will the new Moo Moo confetti soap be? When will it be available? So I have to make soap 6 weeks ahead of time because it takes that long to cure. And so I made it, but we're not celebrating her birthday until March 5th, which means that confetti soap, which is called Sassy N6, will be available on March 1st.
Yeah. So
we're going to try to do monthly soap launches around the 1st of the month, depending on where it falls. It happens that both February and March, the 1st of the month lands on a Monday. So we'll keep them on Monday at noon. Barn time. This time right here.
Right. That time, which is barn time. Yep. So I asked Tyler to send Quinn and Olivia upstairs, one child helping me, parent other children.
I'm not sure I want them up here at this point. I have nothing nice to say.
Here's a question for you right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Susan asked Liz, if you think Harper might be pregnant, will you give her grain when the moms start? So I think I might. Kara has to come back and do prenatal shots and stuff like that. They need their yearly rabies. They need their they get their CDT shot 2 to 4 times a year, and we definitely do it that 4 weeks before they're due, because then the babies are covered. They get like immunity from mom through the placenta when the mom is vaccinated. That vaccine goes through the placenta and vaccinates the baby as well for the first 12 weeks of their life. So I think when Dr. Kara is here checking on the girls and doing their prenatal visit, I'll have her look at Harper and just be like, are you sure? But I looked at Harper today and I was like, man, I don't think so.
Right. Yeah.
So there's days where I feel like you might be. There's also days I look at her and I'm like, meh.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know. So we'll.
And at this stage, she's way too early to have a belly to really know if she is or isn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Time will tell. She'll be our little surprise this year.
I'm going to try to bring up another simple question I saw.
Okay.
How long is a goat's gestation period? 150 days.
Right. So the easy answer is 150 days. The more complex answer is it's a 5-day window on either side of that. So a goat is full term at 145 days, and they are not considered late until they are past 155 days. Now we have some girls who have pushed it to the 158 days, and that's why I have these right here. These are grays, if you don't know.
Yeah.
So Amy is responsible for many of those grays, because she likes to go a week overdue. And now that we know after several breeding seasons with her, I try not to fret over those, but inevitably I'm like, I can't believe it's been a week already. Why does she just not go? I don't like these zooms.
You don't like zoom ins?
I don't like zooms.
No, because it shows the grays? Like, what are we talking about
here?
It
shows the fact that I haven't waxed my eyebrows in a couple weeks.
Well,
Can you please zoom back out?
It also hides me so I can do technical things without everybody seeing. Okay, fine, I'm back. All right. I saw this question. I'm just popping through a couple questions, guys. I know there's a lot of them in there.
You already did this one.
Be patient. Never mind, I already did that one. Somebody asked a question about when did you decide to build the hay feeder? When was it built? It was just built yesterday, I think. Right?
That hay feeder, I wanted it built, let's see, 6 months ago?
Probably the same time I should have done the pillars.
Which aren't done yet.
Yeah, thanks.
So Susan, you don't need to ask
don't
your
even
question.
ask. No, don't ask. They are not done.
Yeah, so I wanted a second hay feeder because every time I went out to do the barn, either in the AM or the PM, it looked like the hay feeder was empty. And I'm like, okay, so they went through all of that hay that fast.
Yeah.
That means somebody's not eating.
I popped up a question because we're on the topic.
Right. Let me finish this one though.
Yeah.
I told Aaron, I was like, considering we used to have that little corner feeder, and we have a little tiny, like, I don't know, feeder that's in the alleyway of the barn, and then the big hay feeder right near the door.
Right.
I'm like, we took away a whole hay feeder after, it tried to kill Moo. If you're new, we don't have to just wait for that story. But we never put one back up.
Right.
So we had to put one back up, and now was the time. And Moo, Moo broke her leg 3 years ago. So it's been like 3 years in the making. But I only just recently started asking in the last year.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how's your hay supply though?
Well,
they're going through it
through it really fast.
Really fast.
And it's not even that cold.
It's not that cold, and they're going through it fast. So to be honest, I'm a little concerned about hay supply. So right now it's okay. I mean, I think out of the 300 bales in the hay storage,
Who's calling? Was that Tyler?
That was Tyler telling me, Dad, I give up. I can't make them be quiet. That's literally what he said.
What?
That's what he said.
I give up.
I told him to send them up here, not try to make them be quiet. But yeah, hay supply is not looking so good. So we'll have to find more hay probably at some point. That's the plan. I don't know exactly how much. I know we had 300 bales in there, and only 100 of second cut, and then like 200.
No, we got 300 that time, and then 200 another time. We have 500 bales of hay, and you're gonna tell me that in January we are out?
I'm not saying we're out.
We're not gonna make it.
I'm just saying we're not gonna make it.
So the girls are going through like at least 2 bales of hay a day, and
they're going through 2 bales a day each feeding.
I said at least. 2 a day. I'm trying to soften the blow here.
Yeah, nope.
And then the boys are going through their half a bale a day. And then...
Okay, real numbers. 4 bales of hay probably in the big barn. More like 3.
Wow.
Probably about 3 in the big barn every day.
Okay.
Total. That's between morning and night. Because it's a bale and a half in the morning and a bale and a half
Well, now
at
with
night.
a new feeder.
So that's 3. They were doing it before, even when you were throwing the hay in the pools.
Well, I know, but now they're actually going to eat most of it.
Hopefully, that's the plan, that they're going to eat most of it. But now they are also... House of Pie is going through about a bale a day, because half in the morning, half at night. So between the 2 barns, it's about 4 bales a day. And we only had 400 bales total, right? Roughly on the property between
5,
storage.
but 100 and something of it was second cut that we can't use until...
But still, that we can use. So we
Not
need...
until after the girls are...
Okay, so all the babies will be born by like March 15th-ish. So in 60 days. So we need 60 days of hay. So 60 times 3, no, times 4 is 240.
We're threading a needle, guys.
240. We are
We're
threading a needle. And then they go to second cut only for like March and April, right? Ish. Well, you only have 100 and something bales. So the point is, by May,
we're gonna need more.
We're
hay
gonna need more
before
hay, and
is
nobody has
cut.
hay in May. So
Well,
yeah,
they do. It just costs a fortune.
right. So we gotta
We
pause
gotta stop
for
right
a minute.
here for a
First,
second.
we have to say
Thank you, Kathy Gamby.
and then I gotta find the button because I don't know where it is.
Everybody, hold on.
We've got a new one for you. It's coming. Here it comes. There we go.
Oh, that was just for Kathy.
Just for Kathy. Billy
Thank
gave you
so
a kiss.
much. That was too
And
kind.
I
of
didn't
you.
know how to turn off Kathy's little note at the bottom. So
That's
it's
okay.
over. I get
we
to
have
practice.
to pause because we have to do this again.
Hang on, I gotta get rid of Kathy. So we gotta pop up.
Oh, a typo said not much, but a little go.
Hey, a little goes a long way.
towards the hay.
Just think about it. That's like 2 bales of hay right there. Let's see. It's that, but my mouse is really. Oh, that was
it's
cool.
the system.
There it goes.
There it is.
Thank you.
Thank
And then I hide
Super
that
chat.
and I go click over here and we'll give you this one.
Thank you very much.
That was so
Oh,
funny.
Libby's face. She's like so cheesy.
She also like wants to get off the couch so fast. It's ridiculous.
Thank you very much.
And she's like, back for my
She's like,
candy.
"Back, I'm out." She's like, see ya. Oh, another one.
Oh, I
Chris.
know which one Chris wants.
Oh, Chris.
Here, you can have
Chris,
this
we're
one.
just gonna go to this one for Chris.
She wants you to put a peppermint in her mouth.
We're still working on those.
Yeah.
We're learning.
These are working.
I actually did more Adobe Premiere training this after. Olivia,
Ooh, she big
come
trouble
here,
now.
you and Quinn.
Big trouble now. Okay. Spoiler alert. I haven't brushed Libby's hair in like a day. So it's gonna look like a hot mess.
It's a hot mess. What are you guys doing?
Okay. Did I or did I not tell you to be quiet?
What? No.
I mean, yes.
Oh, diabetes!
Yeah.
I did. And now you're still using the downstairs as your own personal trampoline park. Yes!
Come here. Come here. I got to show you guys something. Come
You're
here.
all out
And
of breath. You're
one of you with
sweaty.
me. One of you with me.
Get
you
up
guys
here.
are way too loud. Okay,
Ow.
it's sleepy time.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Stop!
She's
You're falling
Gumby.
apart. Okay, it's sleepy time,
Oh
but
my
look what
goodness.
Happy 20 just did. Right?
Can you
Right
bend
here.
at the
Right.
hips?
Look,
Can
look
you
what's
bend?
that say, Quinn?
I don't.
$5. That's a bale
my
of hay.
gosh.
So we got to go and click this button over here. Quinn, your hand. Okay, thank you. Oh, we got to go to there.
Oh, there was another one. I missed it.
We're gonna have to go look. Wait, the one I'm talking about right now?
Yeah, well, I missed
Oh.
it, but I see it now.
And then we're gonna click on this one. We're gonna give her the
the
Billy
The
one.
Billy one.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that?
Thank you very much.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
That was you, huh? Okay, you want to know something?
What?
It's time for bed. Good night.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
we already
Okay.
know.
All right, hey, make
And
sure
if
you
you
go
already
brush your
know why
teeth.
are we so loud? Oh, another one!
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
another one! We can't keep
so
up.
we're gonna have to make a couple more. Well,
We're gonna have to make a
some
few
fun
more.
stuffs.
And we're gonna have to get okay.
like
Thank you. We're gonna go.
Hold
to
on,
the-
you missed Marcy.
I know I'm gonna go.
Well, you
There's
gotta go
Marcy.
in order.
Right there.
Spaceship didn't go up yet.
There's
What was
Marcy.
The spaceship didn't go up.
The
No
didn't
spaceship
go
yet?
up yet.
They
They're
were watching a spaceship movie.
They were watching Hidden Figures.
And here's another one.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Peep out when it goes up.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
the end of the movie. It's the
Yeah,
best part.
we'll watch that. Oh, Marcy, yes. Brenda is so right. Thank you. We appreciate it all so much. We're going to go back. You have to go to bed.
It's
It's night time. Yeah, we should start all Q&As after you guys are sleeping.
We really should.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. I'm going through them all.
Was that Marcy?
Sure. And
Okay,
then-
who was next? Oh, that was for Lynn. Thank you.
And this one.
Oh, that was for Lynn. My goodness, people, you guys gonna make me cry. This can get in the.
Oh, there's for
Oh,
Stella.
you got one.
Oh, we got to make one for her.
I
All
don't
right,
have
coming
one.
next week.
Okay, next time.
Next time, we're going to make one for
Oh,
Stella.
Telly, can you
Hang
get
on,
her a treat?
I got this for Stella. Hang on a second. I think.
Her bone.
No, they have to go to bed. They're
Quinny.
not grabbing anything.
Quinny,
No.
can you go grab that
No.
bone that you found for Stella when you gave it to her?
Oh my
during the
goodness,
movie?
you guys
All
are
right, you go to bed. Good night.
ridiculous.
Oh my
Love
gosh.
You
you.
guys are so ridiculous.
Quinny,
Oh,
come back
I don't
with her
have it
bone,
here.
Okay?
I thought I had a Stella something. Maybe not. Stella's coming back.
Oh, well,
to
we
sleep.
have a Stella emoji. That happy 20 she put up.
They already put it
Did
up.
you put something up for Rachel? Did we do one? What are we
Okay.
gonna do?
I don't know. We're gonna do.
Oh, it got quiet.
Yeah, it got real quiet.
I'm waiting for.
Yeah. It got real quiet.
Oh, did you find
we
it?
can do an overlay like that.
Oh,
Oh, you found a bone for Stella?
Here you go, Telly.
There you go, Stella. Look
Do you
what
want that?
look what somebody got you. She's like, this is like a dentist bone. I don't want this.
It is.
All right,
like a
Quinn,
dental
time for
bone.
bed. Good night. Good night.
All right, now
Now we can
I'm
get
a
back
little
to work.
overwhelmed.
All right, I'm a little
Did you
overwhelmed.
see
I can't keep
chat?
up. Oh my gosh.
I told you I'm a little overwhelmed now.
You guys are amazing.
Oh, we're gonna have
Okay.
to throw Billy's
We're
face
gonna have
back
to
up there.
You're gonna have to answer a
All
lot
right,
of
hold on.
questions.
So put Julie's up on the screen.
Julie's. So I gotta come back over here.
Yes, scroll up a little bit because that's there, right there, just a little bit.
Right there. Okay.
Yes.
She didn't say anything, but
That's
thank
okay.
you.
That's
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you.
And now we're gonna do a cute little dance. Okay, which
Like
one?
you and me? No?
Oh, I thought we were dancing.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on.
No.
You
Okay.
can't, like,
so
do it
we're
and
gonna
then
do
now, I mean-
this.
That's
All right.
pretty much my face right now.
What?
Like Moo.
Moo?
Moo's face. It's like
Okay. Do that again.
no.
Do
Why?
that
you-
again.
Why do you always do that?
I think the
Embarrass-
Zoom feature is
embarrass me
more
like
exciting
that.
than the other one.
Oh, and Debbie said, Debbie, thank you so much. God bless the Simon Says Farms. Yippee.
Yippee!
Yeah,
we need to make
I mean,
a yippee one.
I-
Yippee!
I think
Write
that's
that one down.
that hay budget is like just for Moo. This should
Yeah.
keep her full for a little
should.
bit.
It should definitely. I can't find the button. One more
You know
time.
she's like a bottomless pit, right?
Oh, Moo.
Moo.
Yes, definitely.
Stella. You're
All right, so funny. We're working on all this technology, right? In this room, the lighting, the fancy little overlays and stuff like that.
your
And
broken pillow.
I did break the pillow. The day we were installing
He
all
also
this,
broke my goat.
I ripped the tag off and broke the pillow. I did. Chris West, if you're here, I'm sorry.
We now have a hornless goat
We have a hornless
and
goat.
one earless goat and a broken leg. It's Moo.
Yeah, here it is.
Well,
Boom,
okay.
the goat, right up there near my head, right
One
there.
of- yeah.
No horns, missing an ear, and one of the legs is broken, but it's okay. It's still alive. We called the vet. We are good.
She has a good prognosis.
She's fine.
little super glue and we'll be fine.
She's gonna be fine. Yep. So yeah, that was during construction. But I literally told the guy at the store that we are working on a couple things. So I'll spill the beans on one or two. We are working on a Stella cam. Oh, you mean like right now? like that.
Yes.
The Stella camera.
Come on.
So you guys can just see me, but not hear me. Here, I'm right here.
They don't want to see you. They want to see Stella. Oh no, she's about to lose it.
She's about to lose her bone.
Here,
oh, there you go.
Girl.
There you go.
There
Good.
you go.
There's the Stella cam. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. So we
how
are.
cute is she?
I literally asked the guy at the store if I could put a microphone on Stella so people can hear her better
Well,
when
you
she
can
chews
imagine.
and when she snores and all that. I think Chris just donated so we can fix the goat. Like that's
Listen,
that,
I said when it happened that it gives the goat character. None
Yeah.
of our goats have horns anyway, so now it just fits.
yeah,
That-
and that's for everyone who eats hay.
Oh, well,
So
sometimes I eat hay.
I was gonna
so-
say I could eat.
accidentally, of course. Thank you so much. Let's do a little fun.
Oh, look at this. Look
What?
at Oh, do a little fun.
I wanna do a
I'm gonna
little
get back
fun.
to that one in a second.
Okay.
Hang on. So I gotta go to the fun
The
section.
fun buttons.
The fun buttons, which is gonna be this one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Libby's face
And
never
then-
gets old.
I gotta get that out of there. And then I just saw this. I didn't realize Jenna's in the house.
We got Jenna in the house.
Jenna is in the house,
I miss
and
my Jenna.
I didn't realize Facebook's also in on this chat. Look at that.
What?
So the Facebook
Oh.
chatters are actually in the same chat
I
stream.
see. Well, that's
Here,
cool.
not there.
I see.
That's why mine's so different.
Yes.
I'm sitting here like trying to find things. I have more feeds
Oh,
going
so
in.
then we have more. I see the little icons
Yeah,
now.
so it says shows
Scroll-
the icon.
Scroll down because there was Jenny Gould is here too. Hi from, I can't see because it says new comment.
From Canada.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Nope. Hi from the Mania family. Oh no, that was Dave. That was Dave. But I saw
Yeah, Dave.
it's a
said that.
Facebook comment.
It's
So
a
I'm just saying,
Facebook comment.
We're
So-
seeing Facebook comments and YouTube comments on this chat here, but not that chat there.
There
Oh,
it is.
where is it? Where is it?
How do we do it? Oh, hang on.
What's my Miss Jenna?
Oh, there it is. There's another one.
So
I don't know
because
how
of-
to do it. Hang on. I can make a bird, I think. Give me a minute. There we go.
Woo, woo.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Back to the show. I didn't realize it until just now. Like, we have two screens. We have a screen up there just for chat, like real big old
Just for
people letters,
YouTube chat.
so we can see it from
Yeah.
here, because that's a pretty far distance away to be able to read a
It's
computer monitor.
Essentially for the legally blind, they can see
So we
this.
literally set
It's
the computer
huge.
monitor at 150% of its normal font size,
Yeah.
so we can see it. But I have another chat down here that allows me to do things like that. Like I can click on the chat and see what people are saying.
Right.
You know, but my chat shows both Facebook and YouTube mixed together. Her chat, I say yours, but that chat up there shows only YouTube, and I'm like, where did you see that comment?
Yeah. Well, because I didn't realize.
I didn't realize it either till Jenna
and
pops
it's
it up.
really small, so I can't really. I mean, I can see it,
Yeah,
but I can't like. It would hurt my eyes after a while.
yeah,
'Cause
oh yeah,
it's
no.
really small.
Yeah. And it moves really quick. 'cause
Well, and it
both
makes sense,
chats are
though.
on top of each
Right.
other.
It makes sense because there's
Yeah.
YouTube and Facebook chat right there.
So Joshua Hall
Yes.
usually joins us on YouTube,
on YouTube.
but
Yeah.
he says it's cool that we're also on Facebook. Now
Two
I'm
places,
going to
one
ask
time.
why.
Well, so how's your user experience differ from Facebook and YouTube? I guess is the biggest question we would have.
Right, because I don't really watch anybody live on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't. Personally, I don't. I watch other people live on YouTube, but I spend a lot more time on YouTube than probably any other platform.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
just because it's all either A, that's where we are doing our business, but it's also because that's where I learn how to do what we do.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm on Twitter, but that's just like,
I've been spending a lot more time on Instagram lately.
oh, we got Ann in the house.
Oh, Anne Reed, who is our town countdowner. She
Yeah.
likes to make sure everybody's up to date on exactly how many more days we have until kidding season and any other fun stuff we got going on, like soap launches or birthdays or whatnot. She is our countdowner. So we are going to celebrate. Thank you so much, Anne, for your super
Yeah.
chat.
Billy's on the way.
Oh.
I accidentally hit the button twice. That was funny.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
and
hilarious.
Rogan's mom just did $100 super chat too for more hay. These goats are going to be stocked up. We should buy more hay.
We will.
Like
we'll buy it
sooner rather than later.
We'll buy it and figure out where we're going to put it.
The sooner.
Actually, I can move it out of hay storage into the barn, and then it's running away on me.
The sooner we buy hay, the cheaper it is.
Our hay supplier is probably out though, so we got to go to the second one. Hang on. I'm still learning. So, like I said before that,
somebody got happy fingers.
Our hay supplier is probably close to out, and I don't blame him. He does like 2,000-3,000 bales of hay a year.
Apparently, we do 1,000 of them.
Yeah, right. And we are going to get to this question next. So, hang on.
That's not a question, but
not a question. Where to go?
Connie C is very nice chatter.
Yep, she is. I saw. This mouse is not working.
Okay, well, you need a mouse pad. You should go and text your other son who has an extra
Jake,
mouse
I need
pad.
my mouse pad.
Okay, Nancy Hall's question. Now I feel like we're back to a Q&A.
Yeah. So how often do you clean the poop out of House of Pie? So House of Pie, it's not a lot of goats and a decent amount of room. Mm-hmm. So I'd say twice a year, maybe 3 times.
So I think you've already mucked out twice.
Twice at least. Yeah.
And the barn has been occupied now for just barely a year.
Yeah, and I could do it again, but they're fine. They're not going to need it till March or April.
Yeah,
they're gonna
right
be just
now
fine.
Because it needs to build up for them.
Yeah,
so
we want it to get
the
warm.
deeper it is at this point, as long as nobody is jumping out of the barn, goat problems. As long as nobody's jumping over that wall, it can build up and it'll generate more heat. So the more poop, the more hay that's in their flooring, the more heat they're going to have to snuggle into at night. So thankfully we haven't had a harsh winter so far. It's been pretty mild, but when the cold snaps do eventually come, because they will, we want to make sure that they have that compost pile, that it's like an electric blanket for them. Which is why we decided to muck out Cassie's castle just yesterday so that it has some time. We checked, the next week or so, it's going to be warmish for January.
Oh, yeah. Purposes. No, we're in the 40s during the day and maybe in the 20s at night. That's not cold. That's not cold at all.
No.
For
goats and yeah.
I got this hair that's driving me crazy. Every time I move my head, I see this hair floating around.
Well, then stop moving your head.
Okay.
That's going to get a little weird.
Yeah, you got to read it. I can't move.
You can use your eyeballs.
But now my eye is hitting the rim. I'm like, never mind.
Wow.
Okay.
There was a question about, we're trying to keep live with chat. So if you asked a question, we didn't get to it. I do see some up there.
But don't all ask at once.
Yeah, try to ask your questions sporadically.
Okay, so I learned something. I'm going to teach the audience.
Oh, okay. Here comes a lesson from Aaron.
Because I jump into live Q&As with people all the time. A, they never answer every question.
I think
so
they want to see Stella.
Don't get upset. 2,
You're so cute.
Hang on. We're just going to give you a little Stella cam for a minute.
Cam. Oh, he's so cute.
Okay, they don't answer every question.
God.
It's virtually
I could
impossible.
Watch that all night.
And a lot of them are starting, and we might go there too, to not answer questions in the chat. The chat is to be part of a conversation and create a link underneath the YouTube video where you click on the link, you fill in your question, and then it pops up on our phone so we could really stay organized. A lot of people do it that way. I don't know if I want to go there yet, but we obviously want people to get their questions answered. But I also don't want anybody to feel like we are ignoring you on purpose, which I'll be completely honest. Sometimes we have to because somebody asked the same question 18 times and we already answered it twice, so that's part of our job to keep the audience and the conversation going. But
well, and I also want to make sure that we answer the questions to their fullest and not just, kind of shortchange somebody who's been waiting for their question to be answered.
Right.
With a simple 2-liner, yep, she's fine.
Right. And this is not a question. And I know I am not keeping my hat off during chores and Q&As. No idea.
No, that's like my poof. I'm not going to take my poof down.
Yeah. Now, occasionally I forget to bring him to the barn.
Yeah.
And I actually have a video coming soon where I did the whole video at no hat, and I hate it to the point where it might not post.
Janine Plants just said, my dog Maggie whines whenever you zoom in on Stella. She wants to say hi to Stella. Oh, how cute is that? Stella, you're making friends. No boyfriends allowed. Just friends.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Funny.
Okay, I saw this question a couple times. Claudia wanted to know, and it was also asked on behalf of some other chatters, if Gia will be put in to the birthing pen with her mom after. Will Gia be put with her mom when born? I'm going to assume that's like during when Genevieve is in labor.
Oh yeah, no.
Or like even waiting, and no. It's
not a family anymore.
Well, they can come back together
they
after,
could.
and they will.
Yeah.
But Gia's got to learn to grow up, and it's time to be, her own goat, standing on her own 4 hooves.
Right.
And not just taking shelter from mom, because mom is not going to tolerate Gia when she's in labor, when she has a new baby. It's not going to happen. She will turn.
Yeah, she'll turn on her. It'll take time for her to allow Gia back in and create that little like triple.
Yeah, you see it now where Harper and Greta and Gia is definitely closer to Genevieve, but that's just because Genevieve is still sort of treating Gia like a baby, and she's a youngster, so she still has
helicopter mom.
Well, and Genevieve's not a helicopter mom, but she does have a close bond with Gia, which is why I did not move Gia over to House of Pie. I couldn't stand the thought of taking Gia away from Genevieve after everything Genevieve went through with Jack and losing him.
Yeah. And
the fact that she has her other 2 daughters with her. Yeah. She just hasn't, other than losing Jack, she hasn't experienced, the goat flying from the nest and leaving.
Yeah.
So
I saw this question earlier and I was able to pause on it. Have you ever thought about a soap subscription offering soap of the month like lotion? The answer is yes, we have. The logistics behind it, we're still trying to figure out how to pull that off.
So here's what I'm doing instead for right now. There's a new collection coming out. I can't say when because we have to get like the back end of everything working, but it's going to be a collection that is called Liz's Selections. It's going to be my picks that I feel make a great variety pack. It's going to be a pack of 9 or 12.
It's either a pack of 9 or 12. We can't remember. The custom box is on the way, which we designed and built, but I don't remember what size we made.
I think we went with 12.
I think we went on 12 on purpose, so it's 1 soap for every month, but you do buy it all at once. It is less expensive than buying all 12 separately.
And you get a cute little display box, and they will be premium bars. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do to set up.
Artisan or
premiums, right?
Right.
But I'm not sure how it's gonna all go together because we're working on the logistics, like boxing. How am I gonna get it to you? How am I gonna make it look pretty?
Right.
And then I will work on making soap to go in it.
And it's a beautiful box. Wait till you see it. It's like this big. It opens like a briefcase. It's all designed by her. It's got this cursive writing on it, but it's also...
It looks like it's already gift wrapped.
It also looks like it's already gift wrapped, right?
It's like a print all over theme. So it's like, looks like it has wrapping paper with like a white satin bow on it and a tag that says Liz's
and we've
on it.
Talked about it because it's her picks and like her little project that when it's ordered on the inside cover, she's going to just sign it quickly.
Yeah, so it's like the artist signing a canvas of art.
Yep, it's every one of those that goes out the door is going to be signed. What we haven't decided, and you're kind of like part of the business planning meeting, is we thought about signing it and going 01, signing the next one 02, signing the next one, and as they're ordered throughout the year, you know which one you got.
Right.
Like, oh my God, I got the first one, or I got the 10th one, or holy geez, she sold 100 of these. That's awesome.
And I'm number 100.
And I'm number 100. So you know where since the day it launched, like throughout the year, like but we don't know yet because the question is that your pick for all of 2021 and it never changes. And then you do it again in 2022 in like that January, February timeframe. Like these are my picks over the last year. I don't know. And then again, it goes back to the logistics. If this bar of soap is going to go in Liz's picks, well, we only have 18 of those left in stock. Does that mean we only have 18 Liz's picks available? And that's where the logistics comes in. But it's a good problem to have. Whoa, a lot of questions.
I do see a lot of questions.
Whew. But yes, back to the lotion of the month. We might do that as well. We're still trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. As of right now, I'm really trying to work on the premium artisan line. We've got our Simple Suds collection that's launching February 1st, and that's going to be a pick of our top 6 best-selling fragrances that we have simplified the artwork down to a single solid color. It's going to be a smaller bar, which can be, some people prefer smaller bars because their hands are smaller and they don't like such a large bar. But it's also going to be more economically friendly because it is smaller, and we did take out the fancy time-consuming artwork. So that's going to be available singularly, but also in a 6-pack. So if you really like all 6 fragrances, you can buy one of each and we'll ship it to you in like a collection box. Or if you really, really like Mooh La La, you can buy 6 bars of it and we'll wrap it up and send it to you that way too.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
That's hopefully February 1st. Well, it's launching February 1st, whether the box shows up or not. We'll figure it out.
I just don't know how we're going to ship it to you if
we'll
we don't
figure
have
it
a
out.
box.
Yep. I got a bunch of leftover socks.
Socks?
Yeah, I just thought of something real quick that I could throw some bars of soap in.
You know this socks in this community. You can't joke around like with socks like that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What kind of bonus Stella chewing on?
So
that question was asked right here.
Yeah. So Maureen, I'm pretty sure it is. It's a Nylabone, which was given to her as a gift from Uncle Kevin, I think. And I don't like Nylabones, just because so let me rephrase. They're okay. Under strict supervision, they're fine. And if they're size appropriate for her. So like this bone is size appropriate for her, but I can't have her chewing this around Hazel because Hazel is a Great Dane and she will get that. She could, if she played with it, she could get that lodged in her throat and it could become a choking hazard for her. So under strict supervision, Stella can have her Nylabone. But clearly she loves it. Not sponsored.
No, definitely not sponsored. But yeah, that was good because I was going to be like, I don't know, chew bone? I have no idea. I didn't know the answer.
But look, she loves it.
Yeah, she does. Rita's question.
Yeah,
yes.
Rita. Okay, so I'm not right now, but with every ticking moment that goes by and we get closer and closer to kidding season, towards the end, there was an entire kidding season. I had a stress migraine the whole season. It wasn't last year. I think it was the year before. The whole season, I had a headache. Couldn't eat. I was a nervous wreck. Last year, I felt like I held my composure, but it was still pretty stressful with some of the complications that we had.
Right.
And I think I went numb rather than experiencing it. I kind of like blocked it out.
Yeah, you have another question right here from Kissy34.
All right, so when will the mama goats start getting grain?
About 30 days before due date. And if you're not sure when their due dates are, you can check our calendar on our web. Ask
Ann Reed, she knows.
You can check our calendar on our website. At the bottom, one of the moderators may drop the link.
So I don't think when we launch this that any links pop up under the description because of I don't know if our links pop up under the description, but a moderator can drop a calendar link. And if you click on that, you can look at our calendar and it'll show you when every goat is in their window for their due date. We have the plus or minus 5 days on either side. So it'll say Greta's window starts on February 26th or something like that.
Right. So,
I don't think that's an accurate number.
No, but it's all there and you can see how hectic it's going to get. To the point is, I think some people have taken the time off from work. I've heard there's some chatters in here or some lurkers or any
real diehard
are this is my 3rd kidding season. I requested the week off from work because I know I'm not going to sleep.
It's a fun time to hear the excitement that
Yeah,
you know,
people
the
from
planning,
thousands of miles away.
Right. The planning that they do, knowing like, no, I need the time off.
No.
We need to celebrate Judy.
Yep, it's
quick.
coming up, Judy. I wish I kind of knew. Hi, Judy. And I can't get this answer this quick. And I just said it to Liz on the last one. I kind of wish I knew Judy's favorite goat, because then we can start playing the game where when this happens, I can like click the button and her favorite goat pops up on the screen. But here's a move for you.
Oh, that was cute.
So yeah,
Thank you, Judy.
I don't know any way to do that. Like,
I mean, other than having like an impeccable memory and having every single goat option on that screen for you. Oh my gosh. All right, I think it is overdue for a zoom up on Stella's chew cam.
Oh, it's Stella chew cam while I look for the next question?
Right?
Okay.
I mean, how cute are those paws? And she's holding it. She's a good girl.
While you're on Stella, can you answer Chris West's question there?
Size-wise, who is closest to Moo? Ooh.
Well, Amy's like double Moo's
Amy is
size.
actually bigger.
Amy is huge. Yeah.
Amy is absolutely massive. But she's just big boned. I don't want her to have a complex. You know, tummy-wise, I actually think Rainy is the closest in belly size to Moo.
And that actually brings me to a Rainy question I just saw pop up here. I just
was it Julie N's question?
Yeah, I don't know where it went. It's right here. Yep.
Okay, so Rainy was jiggly last night. When can you feel the babies? So for a little bit of a moment, I mixed up what side the babies were on. So I was jiggling what I thought was a hay belly, and it turns out it was the baby side of things. So those babies might have gotten a little bit of a jiggle.
Possibly. I got two questions coming in.
Okay, but I didn't answer the question yet. No, I can't feel any babies on anybody yet. Rainy won't hold still, and Moo won't hold still. Greta will hold still a little bit, but I need like almost a solid 20 minutes to feel at this point because they're just so little. If I can even feel. I really shouldn't start feeling for babies until I start graining them a month before they're due, because they're just not big enough.
Yeah, it's too soon. Okay, you dropped your bone. Here, come back up.
Oh,
all right, so Tina's helping us out. She saw some questions come in from some people.
Oh, good.
So she dropped a couple there for you.
Oh, good. Okay, so 2 questions from Waif. I think I always, and I know she's told me I got it right, but I couldn't remember if I said Waff or Waif. I don't know. Number 1, the new. Yes, this is my finger.
The new hay feeder.
The new hay feeder had less wastage this morning. So will you be adding extra wood to the old one?
Yes.
So that he even mentioned, I forgot to fix the.
Yeah. After I put all the tools away in the wood, I was like, I forgot to fix the old one, because they pull all that hay out of the side.
Both sides.
Plus, the old one's a little lower than the new one. So they reach over the top of the old one and pull it out.
Well, not now with it being mucked out recently.
With it being mucked out, it's less. Yeah. And then number 2.
Second question was how.
I gotta zoom off of me so I can yawn.
Second question was, how is Charlotte's weight coming on now that she's having grain? So I think Charlotte's doing really well with her grain. She loves her grain time, and I'm not seeing a huge gaining of weight, but she's not getting any smaller. So I don't really expect her to gain a lot right now. No, because, and here's why: it's winter. So
sorry, Mandy. Hang on a second.
Well, this is the part where I don't want to just give.
I know.
Give a one-word answer like she's fine. It's winter time, so a lot of their calories that they eat right now get burned off trying to just stay warm. Again, it hasn't been the harshest of winters, but there is still some calorie burning that's happening with it just being cold. So I think that can explain why she's not truly gaining weight. She also had a lot to gain, so I'm not going to see it very quick.
Right. So let me go back to that question. If I could find it now. There we go. Who do you think will go first before their due date?
Sadie.
Sadie is always before her due date. Every year
I think she could actually go first, despite being like the third one due.
Yeah.
I think she could definitely go first.
She could.
A piece of fuzz or something.
All right, so I saw a couple like technical questions, sort of.
Okay, those are you.
Yeah. So Susan asked, "How can we donate from Australia?" So depending on the question, depending on how you're trying to do that, there's a bunch. You could go to PayPal. You can go. I think YouTube allows. If you mean like what everybody else is dropping in YouTube,
super chats is what they.
I don't know if YouTube allows Australia to do super chats. I'm not sure. And then technically, you can go on our website and just go straight to the cart and check out. Somebody did it today.
Somebody did it today. They placed an order. I was like, oh, cool, an order. And I always look to see like, well, what are people buying? Because I like to know, what do you like? What do you know? Right. I also look back. My favorite is seeing a second order, because that means it's like, okay, what did you get your first time? Right. A lot of time there's like samples in there. And then the second time they've tried their samples and they come in and they get the full size bar. And I'm like, oh, good, they liked it. Makes me happy.
So you should be able to find a donate button on the website where you can do it that way.
If it's really not going to let you do it from YouTube,
right.
I just don't know where. Oh, it would be in your chat.
It's in the chat. There would be a $sign in the chat.
And you can do like
stickers or something. That's how YouTube does it. It would show up in your chat. But if you never set up YouTube, or if Australia doesn't allow it, that's how that would do it. And then somebody else asked a question, and I don't know where it went. And I don't even think it had question marks, but I just saw it. It was a question about the text alert system.
Oh, I see it. Anne Marie, why are the overseas people left out from text messaging alert? We are not leaving you out, I promise.
Yeah.
This is not my doing. This is the texting platform that we're using. It is a sophisticated program that a lot of people use. Unfortunately, it's just not supported from other countries at this
Canada
time.
And US right now. And it's if you noticed, if you've been around a while, when we tried our last texting platform, or you probably get text messages from companies, if the number comes in as a fake number, like a 6787223, right? Some weird number, and you get a text message, those systems are kind of easy to run. They're a little different. This system is a two-way platform. Like, you guys can text it. I got a feeling we get hundreds of text messages a day.
It's not one of those. It's not one of those no reply text messaging
This is
apps.
a real.
You can text us back.
Yeah.
Now, we won't always, to your point.
Right.
We can't reply to everybody's.
But I was in the other day and replied to like 4 or 5 people. I just scrolled through and I was like, oh, yeah, that's funny.
I send out birthday text messages. I mean, we try to do our best to check in every day and make sure we send that birthday text message to anybody who's having a birthday that day.
Right.
Because it's not an automated system. If you're getting a text message from us, it's coming from us. We don't schedule them. We can't do auto replies. No. It comes right from us.
The only thing it does for us automated is it allows us to sort. So I could literally text only the men between age 18 and 25 if I wanted to. For some reason, I could literally text only the people that have told us Moo is their favorite goat. And it'll tell us, these are the 82 people that told you Moo is their favorite goat. And we could send just those people something Moo related. So we could have fun with the community in that respect. But other than that, it's our fingers, our thumbs. There's no like, I want you to send this text tomorrow and this one the next day. It's none of that. And the system's designed for US and Canada, unfortunately. Now, with that said, we talked about this in a previous Q&A, and I think this is important. As a community, we all stick together. So when we send that text messages out and say, it's 2 a.m. or whatever time it is, just so you know, if you're on this platform, you can get messages at any time. And we say, Moo's pushing, that's going to go to hundreds, if not thousands of people. Then when you guys get it, if you know somebody in Australia or UK that didn't get it,
it's like a phone tree.
Shoot them a Facebook message or throw it on some other platform that you guys all talk on. Somebody will put it out on Simon Says Farms Live Facebook.
Those have to be approved.
But I know those have to be approved. But again, within 5 minutes or so, it'd probably get approved by someone. And then you'll log into YouTube and, the message gets out. We know, because we always wonder, how is it we only have and I don't want to say only, no disrespect, but how is it that we only have 80 people in the barn on a normal day? Once a goat has babies, we have 1,000. Right. The word gets out. I don't know how it happens. I don't know what goes on
during the day
but
too.
It just
somehow, even just throughout the year, it's the whole day goes by, and then once it's evening chores, here's 150 people.
Right.
It's where'd y'all come from?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's 40 people in the barn. 7 p.m. There's 140.
Especially during milking season.
Right, but I guess it's just a schedule. That's a schedule. People know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But when a baby goat goes and the YouTube channel just blows up, it is literally the old game of telephone. And unfortunately, UK, that's how we're gonna have to do it.
So Jen White, I want to get to her question because we're on this this topic. Can you toss up the phone number that she needs to text to sign up for text messages?
Yeah, so just shoot anything to that. Say hello, hi, whatever you want to do, and it'll register you into the system. That's kind of the only automation is the registration process.
Yeah, there's that legal mumbo jumbo that says, normal text messaging rates apply and all of that.
Yeah.
But it'll set you up. You make sure you can add that number to your contacts so that when we text you, you remember who it is and be like, oh, that's right. So that's
who's texting me at 2 a.m. and oh my God, there's a goat being born.
Right. Baby alert.
Yeah.
So just simply send that number a text, and you'll get into the system. You'll be added, and it'll confirm that you were added. Just make sure you put in the right year.
Zero cost, just so we all know. This is something we do for free. We do it for our community. It's something we decided we've always wanted was a texting alert system because Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, none of those systems really allow us to communicate with everybody that wants to.
Yeah.
You tell YouTube, I subscribe to them. I want to know what they're doing, but YouTube still decides what you see and what you don't. From a notification standpoint, they don't notify you every time we go live. They
pick and choose. Same with Facebook. So
the texting platform eliminated everything in the middle. So it's free to you guys, no cost. Just like these Q&As are free. Our goal is to keep all of that stuff free. We have the memberships, we have the Patreon, and we have a website that sells products. We don't need to charge for this stuff.
Okay.
Now we should charge for better electricity, seeing that you popped a breaker within 5 minutes. You were the one that said you were cold. Actually, I was cold too. I was freezing today. Hang on. That required.
I cannot believe he just said that.
What happened?
You're lying through your teeth.
No, I'm not.
The Pinocchio.
No, I'm not. Okay, I was chilly. Okay, no more number needed. Back to comments.
Okay, so Rachel has asked a couple times if that's a Boston Terrier on our wall. Now that I think of it, it could be. But when I bought it, I definitely thought it was a Frenchie. So it was Stella inspired. And as was this pillow.
Stella.
My little Stelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's I really do think it is it's a Frenchie. It doesn't say. It's hard because, there's no dogs that come in that color.
No idea. You should have saw a look on my face when she came home with that picture. What are you doing to her?
Poor thing.
I was about to make YouTube sick. I was trying to follow you guys. All right. I saw something out. Can we set up a Facebook Messenger group and send alert?
What was the question?
I saw something here.
Hold on, we're trying to find.
There we go.
Okay, so Lynn Margaret asked, can we set up a Facebook Messenger group and send alerts to out of country villagers? They did that in another group. So that's 100% if UK or other
it's not something we can manage. Sorry.
Well, yeah, but if you guys all agree to it, but absolutely, you guys can private message.
Yeah.
And make sure that people are alerted. There's another app that people use called WhatsApp, which is a text messaging platform that is international, and you can text international and it's free. So yeah, whatever way you guys want to, if you guys want to set something up behind the scenes, by all means, y'all are, free to do whatever you want to do outside.
But we can't manage or police it.
Right.
That's like my lawyer would tell you that. Like, we are not involved.
Right.
You want to do it. We just can't be involved. He said, she said, I don't control it.
Right.
Yeah.
What happens outside of Simon Says Farms chat
is not our responsibility. Right. Let's see.
All right. Okay, so Stella H had a question. Do you see it over
Whoa,
there?
wait a second.
Hold on.
She really says she has 11?
Oh, I want to. Can you be
11?
More like her?
Can I be more like her?
Yeah.
11 dogs.
Well,
11. You have 20 plus 4 goats. Right? Is that how many it is?
First of all,
yes.
Hazel is the size of at least 10 of the Boston Terriers. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
hi.
Without Hazel,
Rachel, you can go now. I'm just kidding.
We are inclusive here, especially
dog lovers. Yeah.
11 French.
Liz, check PayPal.
Why?
Because we might have to give Carol a little shout out.
Caroline.
Caroline. We'll give her one anyways. We trust our community.
PayPal.
We'll trust it. Ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you very much.
I don't know how to check PayPal.
I'm not worried about it. I gave it to her anyways. We have faith.
Check it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
She's like, what?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. More hay for Moo Moo's. Aaron's in the doghouse. Yes.
No, totally. Always.
Well, not always.
Oh, Liz.
What?
Claudia Lopez has a question.
Listen now.
Listen.
Liz, have you made soap video of how you did the Moo Moo birthday soap?
No.
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 First of all, that soap, I feel like I should have taken more calculus classes.
Oh my gosh.
Had I known I was going to be making soap for a living, I would have paid more attention. And I'm okay in math. I'm not great, like rocket science level, but I mean, I can add. But I didn't realize like dividing fractions and multiplying fractions was going to be part of this deal.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Trying to get the colors just right in between layers of soap.
Right.
I'm like, okay, this is fun. So if I use this much color in this one, but I only need a quarter of that color in this layer.
Yeah.
What's a quarter of
a third of that number?
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have measuring spoons that small.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, unfortunately I haven't made a soap video since moving into my new soap room because I don't have the tools I need to make
those videos.
Plus, I don't even have time to edit them.
Exactly.
If I do make them, I'm literally in that soap room now 5 days a week, either beveling and stamping or making.
Yeah.
Which I'm really starting to question my life choices.
Yeah, no, I would have questioned your life choices a while ago with the beveling and all that stamping.
Yeah, I thought you were going way back to like the day we were married or something.
No, well, not that far.
So just a couple days later, when I got my hair braided and then my hair got my scalp sunburned.
Is lotion good for you?
Then I put a bandana on my head because it was sunburned.
Yeah, she got her
hair braided. While you were hiding J-Lo.
Yeah. Oh my God, you went there. She went there. Now I got to explain. All right, for all of you that don't know, on our honeymoon, we went horseback riding, and the guy at the little ranch was like, "Oh, you get to ride J-Lo," and the horse's name was J-Lo.
I was like, "How fitting."
He said, "You can tell all your friends when you get home that you rode J-Lo on your honeymoon." It was just silly. Yeah, she was not happy with that joke.
I was not.
Yeah. Well, no, you were funny. It's just funny to this day. Oh, it wasn't my joke. But
well, you still did it.
yeah. Oh, that's where we're going. Yeah.
Okay, so is the lotion good for animals? No.
No.
There's a lot of reasons. It's like oil and milk based, and oil in general, like if it's licked by an animal, consumed by an animal, it's going to give their pancreas a run for their money.
Right.
So,
I mean,
it's not going to be toxic.
correct. Yeah,
like
exactly.
if they lick it off your hand by accident, it's not going to hurt them. But I wouldn't put it on your animal. I would put none of our products are tested for like animal safety. They have totally different skin and needs and things. Like even some essential oils are actually toxic, like tea tree oil. A lot of people don't realize that, and then they go and they think, oh, tea tree oil is so good for the skin. Yeah, but it'll kill your dog. So yeah. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Daddy,
I thought it was bedtime.
The fire stove that is down there is not on.
The wood
Okay.
the pellet stove.
The pellet stove's not on.
Okay.
I'll have to fix it.
We'll turn it on as soon as we're done here. Okay.
Or ask Tyler.
She is skipping, and it is 8:15.
She's like skipping around like sugar. Skip, 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 skip.
She didn't even have any sugar.
No, she didn't. No, I think she did.
You gave her sugar.
I think she had a little piece of chocolate.
Rookie mistake.
Rookie. I think she did.
What are you doing? You like
Oh,
that?
no. No.
I could.
I
could.
Not happening. Nope. Just one Stella is enough. Right, Stella? Right? Watch what happens if I try to take her bone.
Go ahead.
No way.
You won't even do it because you're scared of her.
Because I know she'll get all
I
upset.
could take it all I want.
Yeah.
I can. And I can tease you.
Yeah. She could take it. I could not take it. Yeah.
She's like, give that back to me.
All right, let's see. Did you see any other questions anywhere that I might have
I've been
missed?
busy playing with Stella.
Oh, here's one about stamping and soap and stuff like that.
Angie was in here. I didn't see Angie.
She was in there somewhere.
Oh,
I'm yawning again.
wow. One more. You get to go to bed. That's Angie's rule.
Oh, 3
yawns and it's off to bed.
No.
So what if that happens at 10 o'clock in the morning? I'm so sorry. I got to go back to bed. Sorry. Oh, Maureen. When you do the stamp on the soap, is it easy to break the soap? Hold on 1 second.
Don't break.
Oh, you stop it. I'm not going to break anything. So, my beautiful bar of soap. Okay. It's gorgeous, right? Wrong. So, yes, this happened when I was stamping the soap. This happens because there's something called a mica line. You can't. I don't know
they could see it. Tilt it.
Can you see a mica
tilt
line?
Tilt it the other way and then take it apart.
Oh, okay. So it's this.
The gold.
This gold is throughout this whole, separates this layer from this layer. See?
Which basically made it not sticky. Sort of.
Well.
Less sticky, let's say that.
Less sticky. So when I banged the mold, the stamp into the soap, the pounding popped it off.
So it could happen.
Yeah. This is common with mica lines, but I just did a whole tray of the Moo soap, the Sassy and 6 confetti soap, and it didn't happen at all. So it's really just a mica line issue. They're just a little more delicate. So that was a good question, though. Stamping is something that's kind of new for me. I tried it back when I first started making soap, and I didn't have much success at it. I don't know what is different now, but I'm having more success. It could literally just be timing because I'm stamping, a day or two after cutting the soap.
Yeah.
So it's not as hard. I feel all disheveled now.
Yeah.
Stella just zhushed up my shirt.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Hang on. There. Angie said hi.
That's not the right Angie.
Oh, hi, Angie B. Sorry.
Angie's. I know. There's more Angies. No, Angie's screen name is. Oh, there you go. Bo is doing great. Thanks for asking.
Oh, yeah, it has her picture.
Angie.
She's gonna be so mad I just put her on the screen.
Why would she be mad? That's her face. Her face to the world.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it has a filter on it. She's fine.
Bo is doing great. Yeah.
Bo is naughty. She remains naughty to this day. She still headbutts. You know they're all going to ask about Penelope and whether he thinks she's pregnant. So I'm just going to ask that now. Can we see Stella's dark spot, you say, at the store?
I don't. Oh, it's all here. Look at that.
Oh, it's on her tushy. Wow,
Yeah.
This is censorship.
She's still.
This is not rated for.
Look at all that.
Well,
black.
it's just a little soot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, what are you guys doing to me?
Why are you showing my hoo-ha?
We're not. We're just showing your little rump with all this. Now they censorship. Look what you just. My mouse isn't working again. Oh, there it goes. All right. I know somebody said that they asked their question earlier, but I can't scroll back that far.
Okay,
so
this is kind of funny.
What are you doing?
I'm scratching your belly. She rubs it.
Oh, so now you got to explain.
Okay,
Explain.
Susan
Susan's
asked,
question.
are all your bars of soap stamped? Mine isn't.
No.
So this, I'm really planning on having the premium artisan bars. So I don't even have any of those. Oh, I do actually. I have Cactus Flower, the Airy Jane. I can't remember off the top of my head. Those are premium artisans just because of how much time they took, and it usually reflects in the price. Obviously, they're larger bars, and the artwork that goes into them is going to be top notch. This one specifically, I threw. I have some rose petals on top with pink Himalayan salts on top, all just extra. They're extras, and those ones will be stamped. And we talked briefly today about stamping some other bars, but
Yeah,
no, at this very moment, all the bars that we've sold up until this point are not stamped, except for maybe one that I practiced on. It was a Boo La La early edition.
Yeah.
It got sent out. Somebody has it.
Yeah.
It's probably been used.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably.
But yeah, those artisan bars will be, or the premium artisan bars will be stamped.
Yeah. Actually, working on a different stamp, not that one.
It'll
Moving
only be a little different.
Yeah.
But even this stamp is working for me, so I now have 2 stamps, so 2 people can be
stamping. Yep.
Smells so yummy.
All right, here's a question for you.
Okay, so one of my buddies wants to know if the goats are if they sleep a lot during the night or if they are active. So goats don't really have like an 8-hour sleep cycle like us humans do.
8
Since
hours.
they are prey animals, they kind of have to do their napping in short bursts throughout the whole day. So ours are living in captivity, let's say.
Yeah.
So they don't have anything to be worried about, but that basic instinct is still in them.
Yep.
And so you'll see them taking longer naps. They usually like to back themselves up against protection, whether that's they're under a hay feeder, they're backed up against the wall in the barn, or along some kind of structure so that they don't have to keep an eye out behind them when they are like peeking if they hear a noise, they can look in front of them. They have wider set eyes so that they can see more than, however many degrees we see. They see wider. And you'll just find them doing like quick 20, 30-minute cat naps throughout the whole day. Now, I will say I have seen like Gia and Genevieve. I go to sleep and it's like 11:30 and they're sitting in the pools together, and I wake up at 7 and they're still in the pools. I'm like, okay, you're defying your basic instincts. But again, they're not wild goats. They live in a barn. They've been raised in a barn. They have not been raised to understand what a predator is, except for maybe Stella.
Exactly. Here's a question. This is a good one. I actually never asked this or thought of it.
So
Joshua Hall. I think this is the one that they asked earlier and I missed.
Do
Sorry
you
about
make hypoallergenic soap? Depending on what you're allergic to, our soaps don't have like all the crazy parabens and carcinogens that like your bigger soap companies have in them. The fragrances, we make a soap that's called Naked Goat. It's fragrance free, but a lot of our fragrances I do source from natural companies. So even though it's, like our lavender, it's it's animal friendly. There's no like the carbon footprints. It's all very much economically and earth friendly, but it's also good for your own skin. But a true hypoallergenic soap, I mean, our soaps are very, very mild on the skin. So I would say to anybody who thinks they could have, that they have issues with allergies, to not dive in with a full bar of soap, but get a tester and test it on a really small area of your skin. Wait, even a day to see if you're going to have a reaction. And read and read the ingredient labels. If there's something in that ingredient labels that you have, say, a nut allergy, no, that'd be the lotion. There's like almond oil in our lotion. We have a friend of ours whose girlfriend is very allergic to certain things, and Libby used lotion and then hung out with her, and then she had an allergic reaction. So I would just say, if you think you could be allergic or somebody could be allergic, have a very small, get a tester and just use a very small spot. Do a test patch, So if you're going to have a reaction, it's going to be here, not over your whole body or your face.
Right. So this is a good one. I do recall that. I had to think about this for a second. Shirley B, right? Have you ever had to bottle feed a baby goat? We actually used to bottle feed the original
two rounds.
2 rounds of the original goats were all bottle fed because we got them from a farm where they still needed milk because they came home early.
They came home really early.
Really early.
They weren't truly bottle fed though, because they drank out of like this nipple system.
Which I do plan on doing a video on one of these days. Yeah. We had a system that was built out of a cooler, one of those round coolers. If you ever played soccer or baseball or some sport where they had that big igloo cooler that was like filled with that juice from McDonald's.
Was it orange tang?
Yeah, the bug juice or whatever they called it. Yeah, the orange tang, right.
Yeah.
But the round container was converted into a feeding system where the goats can walk up to it and drink just like they do with their mom whenever they want. They walk up to it, they drink a little, they go do their thing and come back, not 2 feeding sessions or 3. Yeah. It was a very cool system. And one of these days, I'm going to dig out all the parts. We don't use it. We still have it. We don't use it, but I'll dig out all the parts and do a video on it because that could be very educational.
Yeah. So to get back to her question, though, we've really only had to bottle feed a baby. I think Jack was the only one we had to bottle feed.
And that other little guy from a very long time ago.
Oh, Sammy.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. We did bottle feed Sammy.
Yep.
They were short-lived, though, unfortunately. It wasn't like we had to feed them. We almost had to feed Kristoff and Sven too after Cassie passed away, but they were already past the point where they really needed to be on milk. It would have caused more of a dietary disruption to put them on a bottle than it was to just like start them on some grain, and they were already eating hay and drinking water. But
always my other yawn, but don't worry, I'm not going to bed. I'm still here for you, Village.
Go to bed.
Village strong. Not sleeping. I saw another question pop up right here. I saw this one. So do the goats only sleep in the barn during the day, or do they sleep outside? Oh, they'll fall asleep outside.
They'll sleep anywhere.
I've seen some of them sleep outside like they're dead.
Oh.
In the sun, in the summer.
Genevieve does that to me every, the first nice day of the year. She's out there on her side. She looks all bloated because her big belly's
her legs are out.
Her legs are up. Her head is back. I'm like, oh my God, she's dead. God. No. She's dead. And then she sleeps so soundly. I'm walking closer to her. I walk closer and closer to her. With every step of the way, I'm thinking, this goat's going to pop up and she's going to scare the crap out of me. She's trying to make me think she's dead. I get closer and closer and she's still not moving. I'm like, oh God, is she actually dead this time? Nope, sure enough, she pops up right at the last second, scares the crap out of me, gives me a heart attack, making me think she died.
Yeah. Good one. All right, so
here's the goat life.
Here's a big question for you from Joshua Hall again. Yeah. How can you tell when the goat is going into labor and what the other things do you look for during the birthing process? Do you guys have special food after? Oh, a lot there.
Okay, so we're gonna start with
we have a video for that.
The first one, yes, but we're gonna go over this.
Yeah.
All right. So how can you tell when the goats go into labor? So leading up to their due date, we already covered how they can go as early as 5 days before their due date. So about a week before their due date, I start checking their ligaments, and these ligaments are at the base of their tail, and they connect like the base of their tail and like their hip bones or something. And these ligaments have to soften, and they have to go completely away, because what it allows the birth canal to do is travel upwards. Like it loosens and allows more space in the birth canal for the baby to fit through. So think of it as like effacing. For a woman, like we have to efface, means softening of the cervix so that the cervix can then dilate and the baby can get through. So these ligaments are kind of like effacing, in that once they're gone, labor is going to happen in the next 12 hours. And that has been true since the time we started breeding goats. I can almost get it down to, last year I got it really close.
I would say within 12 hours.
So these ligaments will feel like pencils that you can like snap your finger over, and then they start to loosen, and then they can stay just a tad loose for a couple days before they go completely loose. But you're really looking for them to go completely loose, meaning you can't feel them at all. The whole area feels mushy, and like it's mush. So then labor happens within 12 hours of that. How I know that they're then in active labor is I'm going to see mucus. I might even see her water breaking, meaning like this clear liquid is kind of just dripping out of her. There is this mucus string that comes before true active labor happens. Sometimes you can miss that because the string will fall off in the hay, and then it looks like nothing is there, but it was there. That's her mucus plug. That's got to go to every time. She'll be uncomfortable. She'll be pawing at the ground, making like a hay bed, and then she'll lay down. And then you'll think she looks comfortable, and she'll get up and she'll do it all over again. And then she'll lay back down, and then she's up, and then she's down.
It's just
it's a whole process.
It's an overall change in behavior at that point. It's like, all right, you could tell. And I bet you some of the people even in here are like, oh yeah, you can almost tell a day or two ahead of time. Like, I've been watching that go for a year. Now we're 5-6 days away. She's already starting to do little things like paw at the ground. That could happen a day or two before.
They can have these minor behavior changes. Like some goats start yawning a lot.
Yep.
And nobody really understands why a goat starts yawning, but it is a sign of labor. Now, I don't want anybody to go and watch the goats tonight and see somebody yawn and be like, oh my God.
And private message us. Oh my God.
Nobody's going to be in
Just
labor.
so we know, back to the texting platform from earlier, yes, we receive hundreds, not just 100, hundreds of text messages a day. They don't make a sound. So that is not the emergency notification to us. Go through the moderators.
Can you post his question back up? Because I know it was multi-part, and I only
I got to try to get the mouse to work again. I think it like falls asleep or something. I don't know what happens. There it is.
Okay, so, well, I did kind of answer the whole what other things do you look for during the birthing process. Really, during the birthing process, the most tense moment is in between seeing the bubble and what comes next. So I see the bubble come out. That is the amniotic sac that comes out. And what I want to see, and what's the tense moment for me, is before I realize what's inside that bubble. What position is that baby in? Is that baby coming down textbook with the two front hooves right here in a diving position with its nose and mouth first?
Stella, demonstrate.
Yes, please.
This
is how I want a goat to be born. Just like that.
Hang on.
I want her, let's face her this way.
Stella, I'm so sorry. Cooperate.
All right, right there.
Right there. 2 front feet
diving
and a nose.
position and a nose.
She has no nose.
Well,
But
if she
just
were
like
a goat.
right out of the birth canal. Just
Oh my
just
God.
like that.
Stop it, you poor thing.
Just like that.
You're such a good.
Okay, this is bad.
This is bad, and,
And we've seen that.
And it means the baby must come out. Actually, it would be.
Oh yeah. No, we've seen them all.
It would be this.
Oh, we've seen them this way.
It would be
We've
that.
seen them backwards and up. Oh, sorry, Stella. She's like,
the
oh,
poor thing. Like, where's my bone?
But yeah, no, that's it. That diving Superman style position.
Yeah.
Perfect. We've seen them all sorts of different directions. And
Yeah, so that's what we want to see. We want to see the front hoofs with a nose just right behind it.
Yeah.
If it's breech, then you make sure on the very next contraction that baby's got to be delivered.
Yeah.
And that's because if you think about where the umbilical cord is versus where the head is, that umbilical cord will break and that baby will take its first breath inside the birth canal if you don't get it out quickly.
Right.
So
Charlotte 2019. Right? Charlotte both years. If you go back and watch Charlotte's delivery from last year, I think one was breech. Or it was the year before.
Oh, well, no, you're right. I think
it was pre-YouTube.
Chanel. I think Chanel was breech. I know Coco said her first word before exiting the birth canal.
Right. No,
That
I
was
know
a moment.
there's a birth on YouTube.
Yes.
On our channel.
It was when she was
that
in
was
stall 5.
Pre-YouTube, way back.
Pre-live.
Pre-live YouTube, way back. Charlotte and one of them was breech in that video.
The second one is usually breech.
Yeah. Yep.
There's like statistically speaking, I don't
and I think
recall.
the title of the video literally has the word breech in it, and it's one of the reasons it gets a decent amount of
Jano
views.
H did say Chanel was breech. Yeah, it's usually the second one that is breech. In a set of twins, it's going to be that second baby.
Right.
Something about not having enough room to.
Whoa.
Not having enough room to make that final turn.
Yeah.
Poor Stella, the goat birthing mannequin.
That was a great pose, though. We got her perfect.
Somebody said it would have made a great thumbnail.
It would have. Yeah. Proper birthing position. Yeah. So, Claudia, thank you. The video
we
this
never got
morning.
to the food.
No
The
special
food. Yeah, well, they get.
Okay, hang on, Claudia.
Sorry, we gotta get back to Joshua's third part of his question was about the food. Yeah. Do you guys give them special food after they give birth? Yes.
So 2 things: molasses water. So
it's like warm tea after.
Little molasses in the hot water, warm tea, like it
replaces some of their sugars that they lost and some calories that they need.
And then they go right to second cut hay after that.
Second cut hay, they get full on grain and alfalfa.
Yeah.
And then we do supplement if we're low on second cut hay. We do supplement them with chopped alfalfa.
Right. Yep.
So
back to Claudia's. Thank you about the video. So nice and calming. I just didn't want people to panic. Nothing was wrong with Gia.
I know.
But it was supposed to be that, you could watch it like every Monday if you want. Multiple times. If you just need a little motivation. It was just fun. I mentioned it in the past that I might make more videos just because some of them are fun to edit, but also there's some equipment I have that's not really used for much of anything else that I might pick another song, pick another goat and make a video. Like this is Thunder. All right, Thunder can't have a really sad, I don't want to say sad, but a calming song. No, Thunder's got to have something that's got some I don't know, some thunder behind it, and then make a video related to the tempo of that song. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple people who say that somebody needs to phone the Stella Abuse Helpline.
Yes.
And then Granny Barb threw up a fun fact about Stella and how she has her own passport. And because she was originally from Belarus.
Yeah, so Stella,
which was like part of Russia at one point. I think we determined this one time.
We did, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, she's our international traveler.
Oh.
What?
Did Olivia get her calzone?
She did.
She did. It was tonight.
Yeah. So
she reminded me though that she did not get it yesterday.
So it was supposed to happen the night we did the Patreon members on,
which was Saturday, right? We did Patreon members conversation
today's
Saturday.
Monday.
Right, she wanted it on Sunday. It was way too late on Saturday.
She wanted it on Saturday.
Yeah, I wasn't having it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Livy wanted a calzone, and she was guilt tripping Dad into either buying her one or making her one. But she got it this evening.
Yeah.
Dad made her one because he's a rock star.
I just made a calzone. That's also good.
Yeah, but your little girl wanted a calzone.
Yeah.
I got a meatloaf stuffed with cheese.
A meatloaf stuffed with cheese. Yeah, and wrapped with bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean.
And then loaded cauliflower.
Mashed cauliflower.
Loaded
that was dinner. All right, Demi's got a question.
Okay. Oh boy, this is the question.
The question of the year
that
it always had.
Never ever want to think about. Okay, What would you do, Liz, if a new mom goat didn't take to the babies and didn't want to take on the new mom role? Oh, see, I thought it was a different question, so I'm okay with this question. All of our goats come from good mothering lines. So thankfully knock on wood, we've never had a mom reject her baby and there wasn't something wrong. Like
correct.
Rainey rejected Aerie, but that was because she knew something was wrong with Aerie.
Right.
So other than that, we've never had that. But if it would ever come down to it, we would have a bunch of bottle babies on our hands. We would have to bottle raise them. Yeah,
we'd have to bottle raise. That's it. So, and then we could always go, and we don't want to go there, but we have a few options, and this actually brings us to Amy, not Amy's question. We can always, if we had to, and I don't know what'll happen come March. Will I still have frozen milk from last year in the freezer, which we use obviously for our lotion and our soap, that I could keep a baby alive with if I had to, or go to the powdered supplement milk stuff that Tractor Supply, which we really wouldn't want to go there.
I would honestly, we've raised 8 goats on whole cow's milk from the grocery store.
We have,
and I would rather do that.
Yep. Yeah. Walmart looks at you real funny when you walk through the aisle with like 12 gallons of milk. They're like, "Wow, you should buy a cow," and I'm like, "Well, this is for the goats."
Yeah. No, we've had to do it.
Yep, we've had to do it. And actually, I would do that before I took the goat milk out of the freezer. Yeah, because I can't make soap out of milk from Walmart. So, but I could keep a goat alive. So I'd keep the,
There's other things we can add to the cow milk to make it just a little more calorie nutrient.
Right.
People put like buttermilk in it or condensed milk. I don't know. It's something that we would cross that bridge when the time comes, and definitely consult our vet into seeing what she would recommend first, and then seeing what would work for us. I do keep colostrum in the freezer from last kidding season. I have some. So if that mom, for whatever reason, isn't making colostrum and baby needs it within the first like 20, 30 minutes of life, then I have colostrum. And I always try to steal just a little bit after, the very first mom that delivers. I try to steal just a little bit so that I have fresh from this year in the event that, it doesn't thaw well, or it wasn't good, or for whatever reason.
Yeah. So to answer Amy, not Amy's question, how much goat milk supplies do you have left over? That's a hard question to answer, but not an endless supply.
No.
So we're making soaps, we're making lotions, we're threading a needle. And that's why we've always said, this is a small batch company, we're not, like Dove, so it is very possible that we could get to the position, and I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but we could get to the position where this time of year, February, March, we completely sell out of we just don't have anything.
And it won't be back until June.
Won't be back until June because we got to wait for goats to have babies, and then they need to wean, and then.
Because just because they have their babies in like March, it doesn't mean we decide to keep the moms with the babies or the babies with the moms for the first 3 months. So that means if they have their babies in March, we're not taking any milk for lotion or soap or anything until June. So there's that, all those decisions that have to happen. So Yeah. Now, Sue actually brought up a good point, though. And we have done this in the past just for supplemental reasons. You can use another goat. You can use another goat, put her on the milk stand, and feed the baby.
Correct.
And we have done that in the past.
We have done that.
And I don't remember. I think it was just to like relieve Rainy's udder or get maybe it was even Jack.
JW.
I know, you know, she's on Team Aaron. She's
She
like
was
one of the only
same
ones.
one that told me her OCD was going a little crazy when I was building the hay feeder.
Where are you going? You out of here?
If
She's
she gets down, Q&A's over because she gotta go potty. No, don't go anywhere. Get back here.
Come back.
Go back. She
Come
goes.
back.
You wait. We'll go potty in a little while.
You want that?
Okay. She literally just chewing it, sitting up.
Yeah, she's so funny.
Yeah. All right.
Hold on, I want to put this on Instagram. Get this back in her mouth and hold her funny.
Hold her funny. Hang on, guys.
Well, don't choke her.
I'm not choking her. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Crazy people here. Let's go.
It's like her cigar. Take the picture.
Did you get that? Oh, you got that.
I think so.
You got something there. You can
That'll
play
be
with.
on Stella's Instagram page later.
Oh yeah. So I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, we actually scaled back a little bit on some lotions. Like, no, let's not make that one because I need the milk for soap. You know, so we're focusing more on the soap than the lotion. Lotion's not going anywhere, but we were like doing some.
That was right.
Changes.
It was Genevieve's milk decided to take several days to come in. So it was Greta who fed Jack for a little while.
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
Yeah. So this Marcy.
There's a ladybug in our
There
light,
is. There's a ladybug in the
driving
light.
me nuts.
I could hear it. It's buzzing. So don't go to big batch. We love the way you are. So with that said, Marcy, we are going to that simple line, which I don't want to call that big batch because it's still not like hundreds of thousands of bars of soap, but it allows us, they're a little smaller. They weigh a little less. There's no artwork. It allows us to produce them faster, keep people happy with the product because the ingredients are exactly the same, just no artwork and perfect. You had some, I think you put it on the side of the box. There's some saying we put on the side of the box that they're economically friendly for everyday use or something like that. So the price will be lower and stuff like that. I'm excited to launch that product line. Hopefully it does well. I don't know. We've launched a couple things that didn't do well, but I think this will do well.
That's just learning experiences.
Right. Yeah.
It happens.
Okay, come on, Mouse.
Okay, so good question from Julie. Hold on, but Shirley asked the question first. And then Mrs. Ferret asked the question before that. Mrs. Ferret, how often do you have to change the bucks for breeding? We've only changed out one buck, and that was Charlie, and that we replaced him with Moose. We actually did a trade. So our farm, we couldn't use Charlie anymore because the bloodlines were too closely related to our Toggenburgs, and they didn't have a use for Moose because he was the son of he was related to several of their does already. So we did a trade. Excuse me. But really, if you plan like how we do with our La Manchas, we only had 3 foundation La Manchas, and now we have 7, and I can still use Giovanni because I have never kept a daughter out of any of his daughters. So I've kept Greta and Harper and Gia, but I haven't kept any of their daughters. So it was the main reason I couldn't keep Bo, is because it was either keep Bo and lose Giovanni, or like she goes to live with Angie, who doesn't really care about purebred because she's not showing. She just wants, the milk for her family. So she's more than happy to breed Bo when the time comes to either our Alpine Grayson or our Toggenburg Moose. And that way those babies won't be at all related.
Right. We're going to this question next. I think this was the one.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
any of the mama goats ever adopt babies that need a mother for some reason? This goes back to the question I never want to have to answer, and is like, what do you do if the mom passes away after delivery and now you've got this baby? There are some tricks that you can try to like graft a newborn baby onto a mother that's not their mother, by scenting it. And specifically has to do with like vanilla extract and putting it on mom's nose and on baby's butt.
Yeah.
We've never had to try it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We obviously want the little baby goats to be raised with mothers, with that, on milk from a teat, learning how to be a goat from day one. So we would try anything to, graft a baby onto another mom. It's only going to work though if she has also just had babies.
Right.
It's going to be more successful if you can do this in the first, let's say, 2 to 3 days of life for her own babies and the other baby that would need a mom. It's not going to work at like 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
So
for those of you that see, sometimes I'll pop up a question at the bottom of the screen that just lets Julie know that, ooh, they're going to my question next.
Don't leave.
Yeah, don't leave. That's why I do that. Like, I know you're talking about the last question, but I'm letting the audience know that that's the question we're going to go to next, not to try to cut you off sooner.
No.
And it's so that it doesn't run away on me in the chat, so that's the question next. And I don't even know the answer to that question.
Oh, so I actually had to ask this one time because in my frustration, I was having a time with this. The question, obviously, if you are listening and not reading, is so how long does a mom produce colostrum for? Hours or just minutes? So the time frame varies from goat to goat, from kids to kids, and how like vigorous of nursers they are, but also how good of a producer is she, and is she producing a lot of colostrum? But I actually did have to ask Dr. Kara one time when we were still pretty new into breeding, because I was getting frustrated. I wanted to not take colostrum too soon, to save it in our freezer just in case, we ever needed it for another baby. But then I kept going to like take it a day later, 24 hours into the baby's life. I was going and trying to take a little bit of colostrum, and it was already white milk. And I'm like, wait a second, she's out of colostrum already. And it turns out that a mom can make colostrum from anywhere between 1 day to 3 days. And so by me waiting that 1 day, she was a 1 day colostrum producer and I was missing out. So now Dr. Kara did say, it's more than fine to take colostrum as long as the babies have both gotten their first good drink. So that's what they need it for, is that very first good drink. They don't really, I guess, need the colostrum after that. Obviously, I'm not going to take them away from it, but I can go take just a little bit of the colostrum once the babies get a good drink.
Hang on.
Not butterfly, ladybug.
Jan W, I wasn't picking on you. I think it was you that said it, that I was right twice. It wasn't. See?
Not me, Liz has said Aaron's been right. Oh.
Yeah, it was you. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I saw another one. I got to scroll down a little more. I think it was this one. Yeah. From Mandy.
So Mandy asks, what's the age for the goats to start having babies? What's the age they can start having babies? And what's the age goats should be when they have babies? It's two different answers. They can have baby their first year. So when they're turning 1, they're having a baby. I don't agree with that. And to each their own. That's how some people do their thing. We do our thing this way. I'm not going to judge them for doing it that way. Just like I don't want them to judge me on how I do things around here.
Right.
But in my personal opinion, I feel like that baby goat, because I mean, she's not even a yearling yet, but that baby goat is still growing her own self. And I don't think it's right for her or healthy or in her best interests to have her go through a pregnancy before she's a year old. Maturity wise, her own growth wise, I feel like she should be able to be a goat for that first year and a half, technically, first year and a half, and also focus on her growing herself rather than growing herself and a baby or two.
Oh,
so much. We breed when the goats are 18 months old, and then by the time they turn 2, they've had their first set of babies.
Right.
So.
And on the other end of that spectrum, like we're going here, time to retire a breeding goat.
Do you want to take?
Well, I mean, obviously, from what we've done, we retire when obviously there's either some type of complication or it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like Poppy and Deandra or Danica. Yeah. Poppy and Danica are both retired because they've had, I don't want to say problems, but they've had problems in the past.
Well, so yeah, I would say it's like a case by case basis is how we determine whether or not to retire a goat. If she has had consistently good pregnancies, she has healthy babies, healthy deliveries, she can nurse those babies, the babies grow and thrive, and she can summer while being in milk and not deal with, you know, parasites and just complications. If she can just remain healthy, then she's proving to us that she can handle it. The moment something doesn't go right or we're seeing that she's struggling, then she doesn't get bred. Poppy did get sick during her very first pregnancy with Penelope, and we decided to definitely gave her the year off from breeding that following year. But then because she has continued to have complications and she just doesn't thrive like you would want a producer to thrive, we don't want to complicate a future pregnancy knowing that she has issues going in. So we have a very strict checklist as to the health, the requirements that we check for our goats before we consider breeding them. And Poppy has never made the checklist after having that baby with that incident during her pregnancy. And then Danica had a couple complicated deliveries. One complicated delivery is not enough to be like, and you're done, unless it was that bad, and then you're done.
Right.
Danica was in that situation where she had a tough delivery. It was due to Cache Valley. She went on the very next year, had a great delivery. She had like secret twins. We were waiting for Deandra to have Poppy, I think it was. And Danny just like snuck out her twins that year, no problems. And then it wasn't until the following year that she had Peggy Sue. I think that was a complicated delivery. Mm-hmm. And then the last year she had Grace and Evelyn, and that was where it was determined her whole uterus had tilted. And that was like, no, we're never doing that again.
Yeah.
So it's really a case by case. Very long story short, it's a case by case situation. We kind of take in their whole history as a mom, whole history of being a goat. How healthy have they been over the last?
Yeah, it's kind of like a gut feeling.
3 to 5 years. Yeah.
Plus, we don't need to breed, even if they were all healthy. We don't need to breed 12 of them. You know.
Well, just like what happened this year, though. You aim to breed all 12 of them because you have no idea who's going to take it, who's not.
Correct.
And so we bred 10 or 11 of them. And only
we have 9.
9 of them are pregnant. So, you know, things happen. Well, maybe 9.5. We don't know.
We don't know. So, Miss Ferret asks about castrating the boys. Mm-hmm. If you do it too early and someone's looking for a breeding buck, that is what it is, really.
It is what it is.
Most of the time, I would say somebody looking for a breeding buck has found us before these moms even drop the babies on the ground.
Yeah.
Like they know we don't hide much. Like a lot of people in this area know we breed goats. Mm-hmm. So in the goat circuit, if you want to say, the people that are looking to breed, they know where we are, mm-hmm. and they'll start calling around Have you gotten anything yet? Anything for people interested in babies? Yeah, she already has people interested in some of these babies.
Actually, the guy who was looking this past year for his lawn
mowing business,
right?
Yeah.
Obviously, COVID got in the way, and he's like, "Yeah, this year wasn't the right year for that."
Yeah.
Somebody said something. Well, Jan W did say Aaron's yawning a lot. He's about to give birth.
Yeah, possibly.
You never know.
Yeah.
I thought I saw another question, or I had something. Oh, the castration question. That one was just up.
Yeah, I just did.
I wanted to add to that.
Oh, go
question.
ahead. Back to this question.
It seems like you had the male kids castrated early.
Right.
Yeah. Thunder is a prime example as to why we castrated early this year. We did not want any unplanned pregnancies. Also, you're technically supposed to castrate them at 12 weeks. You don't want to castrate them much bigger, because then you have issues with bleeding complications. And I mean, as it was, Thor had a complication after his castration, which was really scary for me, just because I had never dealt with it before. But 12 weeks is really,
like the window there.
They can produce at 12 weeks old.
Yeah.
Just ask Thunder.
Yep.
Stella. Okay. So you guys can't see this. My foot is up on the coffee table.
So is mine.
Your foot is up on the coffee table, and the blanket is going under my foot and over your foot. And Stella, there's nothing under here. This is just a hammock for her.
She's laying in a blanket hammock.
Yeah.
With her legs up. Yep.
I wish you could see her. She's ridiculous. Stella, wake up.
She's sleepy. Put her back down.
She had a big chew session with her bone.
Yeah. So I saw this question. I popped it up, but it was in the way of that little Stella cam. Do togs come in any other colors?
No.
No.
That's that is what makes them, just like La Manchas are La Manchas because of their ear characteristics. Togs are togs because of their, they have other characteristics, but their brown with white markings is their tog characteristic. Now, you can get different shading of that brown, almost down to like a silver color, but the traditional color is like a medium brown with the white markings on their face and legs and all that.
Sarah's got a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, see, I feel like I'm doing all the talking, so I'm like gonna let you go, but I know you hate reading.
I don't read.
Is Genevieve sleeping,
play with the buttons,
standing up and never laying down because she's protecting her unborn baby, or is there another reason? I think her standing up might just be like what she's comfortable doing at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything psychological that she would be protecting her baby, her unborn baby from. Yeah, I think she might just be comfortable like that. Or she's really just tired of laying down in a pool and having Gia follow her. So she's like, I'm just going to sleep standing up. You can lay down.
So we talked about retiring the female goats, but what about the males?
They can go a lot longer.
They can go a long time.
This also goes back to if we ever start seeing a correlation between like one breed of kids being born that aren't healthy, and it's different moms, and these moms have always had healthy babies, you really start looking at the quality of sperm that's coming from the dad.
Right.
And the age of the mom. Like, you start looking at both, and it's not a cut and dry, like, oh, we had an unhealthy year, Giovanni's got to go because he's old. It's more like, okay, this is what happened last year when I started freaking out about my Alpine girls last year, because Moo got hit with the Cache Valley, had Nevaeh, and then Rainey got hit with Cache Valley and had Frio and Airy. Yep. And I was like, oh my God, everybody else is fine. Is it Grayson? Like, is something wrong with Grayson?
Right.
Why is it just my Alpines? Well, and then Charlotte, settled my nerves and had 2 healthy girls. So, yeah.
Oh, of course we can. Hang on.
I just read that too.
Here, we'll give you one right here. Hang on, let me find it. Here it comes. I think some of our UK
so
people are getting sleepy.
I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, I know.
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh my God. No. It's 2 o'clock in the morning over there? Oh, geez.
That's why they're all like, really, Aaron? You're yawning?
I know.
Really?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yes, little cute.
Yeah.
All right. Any other? Oh, okay. So Claudia's a little confused as to why we retired Poppy early, and are you going to breed her in the future? Okay. So when Poppy was pregnant with Penelope, she got sick. We thought she got sick with a bacteria that came in on the hay that causes botulism. That may or may not be the case. To this day, we don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. There is a conspiracy theory flying around the barn between me and Dr. Kara that it is very, very well possible that Poppy was our very first Cache Valley baby, meaning Deandra had Cache Valley while she was pregnant with Poppy. Poppy lived. We don't see any outwardly deformities that Cache Valley can bring, but when she got pregnant, the stress of the pregnancy on her body did something and changed her. She's never gone back. So if you look back through the video, I think we made a video of Poppy's birth. We were not live birthing.
Yeah, I think we did.
But we did updates and stuff about Poppy's entrance into the world and how she's the only goat on our farm who was pronounced dead and is still alive.
Yeah.
But Poppy had a brother who was born before her, who we thought at the time just died in utero and started decomposing. So you can imagine if you had a baby that died and started to decompose with a twin growing next to it, what that would do to the twin, what that would do to that environment. It was gross. So what we now kind of figure is that that baby, the twin, Poppy's twin, had jelly belly, which is a common deformity that Cache Valley babies can be born with. It wasn't until a year or two later that Danica had a jelly belly baby, and also Peggy Sue. Deformities, both traditional Cache Valley deformities. So what we're thinking now is that Poppy didn't have botulism. It was just a matter of a coincidence with some moldy hay that we got in on the round bales, which is why I don't like round bales anymore, and her pregnancy. And we thought it was botulism. It presented in a botulism sort of way with how she couldn't swallow her hay or her grain. She could only drink water because botulism paralyzes your throat, but somehow lets water get down. And we thought, it's one of those things that has to play out its time. Botulism it has to just play out. And you do supportive care in that time to get them through the illness, and then they're supposed to be okay. And we thought as soon as Poppy has this baby, she's going to bounce back and she's going to be great. And that never happens. And then we dealt that whole summer with this wad in her cheek that she would look like she's choking on. It looked like she had lockjaw. We had the vet out to do x-rays to make sure she didn't have an abscess, to make sure she didn't have a broken jaw or anything going on there. And we couldn't find anything physically wrong with Poppy other than all of the symptoms she was having. We couldn't find a cause for it. So we are assuming that she is the product of a Cache Valley baby, a Cache Valley pregnancy. Should have never been bred, but we didn't know. Now that we kind of have that assumption, she will never be bred. She's in retirement, and you don't come out of retirement a lot like those football players. They come out of retirement. Poppy's not coming out of retirement, just like Danica's not coming out of retirement.
No.
When we label a goat as retired, they stay retired. That usually has a lot of thought that goes into making that choice. And we don't retire a goat lightly, because once you're not a producer, you're not a producer. And most other farms would mean if you're not producing, you don't live here anymore.
Right, you go.
We don't practice that.
Nope.
Obviously, we built a whole barn just for our retirees.
Right.
So
real quick.
Yes. Okay, so Shauna Johnson asked, how often do you deworm and what do you deworm with? So I'm going to get my non-veterinary hat on and kind of preach, because goats are very different from other animals like horses. Horses, you deworm every 6 months, use the same dewormer. I don't know if you actually use the same one, but I know they have a schedule.
For horses.
For horses.
Right. Goats
are not horses.
Yeah.
So the only way we deworm our goats is if we send a fecal sample to Dr. Kara, our vet.
Or to your vet.
Well, you can send it to our vet too. I'm sure she'd be happy to run it.
Yeah.
And then you test to see what the count is. What's their worm count? Because all goats carry worms. It's a matter of, is their body maintaining that population in a healthy range, like the healthy range for that worm, or is the body stressed and creating an opportunity for that worm to bloom and just kind of explode and take over? Obviously not a good situation. So if we see that our goats' eyelids are pale, or they're losing weight, or they've got some diarrhea, then we send off a fecal sample to the vet, and she tells us what kind of worms we're dealing with, and what the dewormer that we use will be dependent on what worm the girl is dealing with, or boy. So no, we do not deworm on a schedule. It is one of those things, though, that we just do daily maintenance. When I'm touching the girls every morning, I'm just making sure that they still have fat on them, and they're eating normal, they look normal. Any kind of weight loss, my first go-to is to run a fecal.
Yes. So the answer is all different times of the year.
All year long.
And different kinds of dewormers.
Winter is going to be one of those. It should be. If you live in a cold climate specifically, winter, you shouldn't be fighting with worms at all. It's really in the spring and the summer, especially if it's a wet spring and a hot summer.
Right. So here's a quick question. Is there a vaccine for Cache Valley? No.
Not even for humans.
Not even for humans.
We can get it. Yep. Like Cache Valley is something that if I'm bitten with a mosquito that is carrying Cache Valley, I can get it. It's just like Triple E. There's no vaccines. Well, there is a vaccine for horses for Triple E, but there's no money in goat research, so there won't be vaccinations for that.
Right. All right. Since only the Alpines had Cache Valley this season, are they more susceptible to it than the other breeds?
Actually, it's the opposite.
They're less susceptible.
So, kind of like COVID, there's some ideas that you have immunity for a little while. With Cache Valley, you have immunity for like the first 5 years, and then it starts getting less and less and less effective immunity. And I'm thinking, okay, Moo had Cache Valley and she was 5. By the time she's 10, am I really going to be breeding her?
No.
Like, I mean, there have been 10-year-old moms if she's still healthy. But chances are Moo and Rainy will be done. Their productive lives will be over by the time that they're 9 and 10 years old. And at that point, they would be probably the least immune from Cache Valley. Right. But yeah, right now they're carrying, I don't think that Moo or Rainy has a chance. I mean, I'm putting it out there to the Go Gods to prove me wrong, and I hate that. But yeah, Moo and Rainy should have some good coverage this year in the event that Cache Valley showed back up.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here soon. That was, just so we all know, Jan W. brought it up. That was our PC making noise because we were getting Facebook requests to join the Simon Says Farms group. I don't know if it was one person or the couple or whatever it was, but the computer was just making Facebook noises.
Like, hello, notification.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our notifications.
Yeah, which I thought were off. Yep. And I know half the people are. Oh, look! It's Ma.
It's Ma.
Yep, she's here too. Look at that. Now we can't go anywhere.
Now we can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Ma's using the Facebook.
The face space. Yep. Yeah. Ma wants a kiss from Billy too.
Yeah, she does.
Now I'm wondering if they even heard it.
Why wouldn't they have
because
heard it?
I turned my volume down.
Okay, your volume has nothing to do with
the audio volume in that they should have heard it.
I don't think so.
They should.
Anyway, there's the ladybug. Did y'all just see it? It's flying around. It loves that light. Oh, just landed on my foot.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We try. We try to keep up.
We try. And this is why
got a little crazy there for a minute.
We're at 9:15.
Yeah.
Past my bedtime.
Oh yeah, way past my bedtime. It's time to go. So this actually worked, going on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It was super easy.
Kind of fun.
Yep. It was super easy, kind of fun.
Last minute question.
Last minute question.
Christmas trees.
I saw that question earlier and totally missed it.
Christmas trees.
No, we haven't gotten any yet, but we keep getting lots of requests.
You're gonna fall.
Stella in her
I'm gonna save your life.
In our little hammock. We've been getting lots of requests. We're very picky on the Christmas tree collections. We do have a farm that offered to give us some that were all still wrapped, like never even used.
Right.
Those ones we might try to go get, but we've just been so busy that it's just, we haven't done it.
Yeah.
And all the pumpkins, we got them. I actually had to throw some pumpkins in the woods just yesterday because we never even got to give all those to the goats.
So, I'm yawning too.
You're yawning too. So I guess.
Wow, bud.
With that being said, it is time to get rid of the Christmas trees.
Yeah, so I mean, we just want to thank you guys for coming and spending your Monday night with us. And you know, as the community grows, I think it's really important to remember what makes us unique as a chat room, as a channel, as a live cam. Kindness is always going to win. This is what, you know, I have here. Choose happy.
That's this one up here.
Yeah. Choose happy.
Choose happy.
We can make choices every day. And I think it's really important to talk to other people like you would want to be spoken to. And if you are, you know, in a good place and somebody comes in to chat and they need some support, offer that support. Be welcoming, be inclusive. That's what this community was built on. That's what we want it to stay. And I know a lot of people are going to be coming in during kidding season, and we want them to feel welcomed. And we want them to come back. And I know some of you are like, no, this is our chat. We want to keep it for ourselves.
Yeah, that's
but we want to grow. We want to have a bigger impact on the community and to those who want, you know, need this kind of support group that we've turned into for each other. So it's just a gentle reminder to make sure that you're doing your best to be part of a positive part of this community. Right.
And you always have the option, right, to block people on your own. You can click the triple three dots and you can self-manage if somebody's driving you crazy.
Yeah.
But they haven't broken a rule. So they haven't broken a chat rule. We haven't gone that far to block them from our channel. But you also have House of Pie Cam, which is very quiet. So even when Cassie Castle Cam starts to blow up during kidding season because the babies are happening, and the chat's moving at a mile a minute, you know, I don't even expect the moderators to moderate at a more zapping. That's it. It's like zap the people that are just dropping bad words and just, you know what I mean? Whatever. And we'll throw slow mode on and all that if we can even do it. If we can even get to slow mode.
Right. If the time permits.
Right. So things like that. But you always have I've questioned it. I've said it. I mean, I know we built House of Pie with YouTube's help. And I've always like, I wonder why House of Pie only has 10 people in it. Like,
it's just the same reason the outdoor camera, like it's always.
It's just, it's the quieter space, you know? So it's a good place to go when things get crazy. You guys can go over there, have your conversations, let the craziness happen, and then come back.
I think it's important to just reiterate, we have some of the best moderators out there on YouTube, and they are simply following the rules that we have set out. And they're all in place to keep chat kind and respectful and not bring up those touchy subjects that get people all riled up. So with that said, if a moderator has to speak to you like, hey, let's move a conversation along because it can go down this rabbit hole of danger, please don't take it personal. They're just trying to do their job to keep chat nice. Yes, exactly.
Should I just let that scroll for the whole 4 hours next time?
So yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to say. I know
I could stack these. Oh no, I can't.
No,
okay, never mind.
We've gone now almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to end on this note because
it's extremely important.
It's important for us that we have a chat room that has a lot of integrity.
So that's funny you say that because I was in a live and people are talking and I can't see what they're saying because I'm over here playing with buttons.
Yeah.
But I was watching somebody who was educating people on how to go live on YouTube, and they were having like these things. And one thing that YouTuber said, big YouTuber, 500,000 subscribers, when you go live, that is your house. Like, you as the person going live, you make the rules. You can block people. They don't talk the way you want. You like, that is your domain. Like, you create the environment. And if you're creating an environment that people don't want to be in, your community is never going to grow. So he was talking about how, same thing you said, talk to people the way you want to be spoken to. Like, make sure the people in your chat are all being nice. Like, he was like, it was basically everything you just said.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid. And that's where he went, like, don't be afraid of blocking people because you think that's not going to allow you to grow. Like, you don't need those people to grow. They're not going to help.
They're not the right kinds.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I always want to be inclusive, but there's just some people who aren't here for the right reasons. And when that happens, it's up to our moderators and ourselves. And trust me, I talk to the moderators every day. It is not taken lightly when we have to ban somebody, but it's for the good of the village, So with that said, volume to the chat rooms are going to end up going up as we get closer to kidding season. So I just want everybody to be on their best behavior. Y'all adults, you can all make your own decisions, but for my sake, please, just keep doing what you're doing because I'm not really talking to the people. I'm talking to you, but I'm not talking to you. Know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So we just have to set a good example for the newbies to come in and have patience with them as they learn that this is not the place to cause chaos. Even like that's our job. We cause chaos. The goats cause chaos.
And Stella.
Well,
so this one right here, that one, she causes chaos. I mean, look at her. That's ridiculous.
Big troublemaker.
Big troublemaker. Like 11 of them. Like, seriously.
I could totally.
Are you kidding me? There would be no room on the couch for me.
I don't see a problem.
You're like, that's the point. Get out. The Liz and Dog Show.
It's the Liz and Dogs Show.
Oh my goodness. All right, it's time to go to bed.
Yes.
We will see you guys later.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
I gotta figure out how to turn all this stuff off.
Pretty sure there's a button.
Well, I could I don't know. I don't know what to do. All right. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, end.